Gamers. 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 Ad starts playing, obviously. Y'all hear me? It's been a while. Haven't used this setup. Dimitri has an underpowered taste in skins and Square Esports staff don't care, therefore it's a waste of time to watch Dimitri rank skins. Homie, you can't even spell my fucking name right. I'm gonna drink hot dog water. It's a solid name. Yo, what's up, Clayton? Clayton Nation. That's fire. Late. Yeah, I was late. Professional streamer, by the way. I had stuff to do, and then I was on calls, and I was late eating lunch. But I'm here now. And by God, is it good to be back. It has been a while. It has been a while. My goodness. What's it been? 2 weeks? 2 weeks? Right? Right? What the hell is today? The 16th of November? Man, I don't even remember. For those who don't know, I was away. I was in San Francisco for Worlds. And I streamed there, obviously. Streamed Rank Up Ping Down, which was sick. But it has been a long time since I streamed from the comfort of my own home. Some good old-fashioned Counter-Strike. And my goodness, does it feel good to be back. My goodness. What's going on, Dimitri? What's going on, Azuro? I'm chilling, homie. Went to San Fran, but not Rio. Shake my head. It just happened to be the weeks, dude. I'm gonna be honest, man. I think that the climate in Brazil would kill me. Like, I would love to go to Brazil. It's such a beautiful country. And Rio is so gorgeous. But, like, I am a Canadian. I'm a Canadian boy. I would die in that climate. What do you think of the Bay Area and your time there? I think the Bay Area was really nice. It was a lovely time of year to go for me as well, because like I said, I'm such a Canadian wintry boy. So going in November was really good. I don't think I would have survived any other time of year. It was like foggy and misty and kind of cold, and it was really nice. But I didn't think I would like California, because I'm not really into that like West Coast culture. I'm a very East Coast sort of boy. And it was better than I expected. Is NA ever going to be on top of CS again? Absolutely, dog. Just wait. I mean, obviously not, no. But can we have a team who's like at one point the best team? Sure. Yeah, for sure. Liquid are were third in the world or whatever, right? Going into the major. Complexity has a lot of potential. EG has a lot of potential. But as a region, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's like 10 times, people are already spamming copium in chat. There's like 10 times as many players in Europe as North America, right? And that's always been the case, going back to like 1.6. Like that's never going to change, right? Like as a region, no. But could we have like another like 2019-esque like Team Liquid, not era necessarily, but you know, rise? For sure. Hello. This is my first time finally catching a stream, but I can't stay. Still have fun, though. See ya. Thanks for hopping in, Coinel. No problems if you can't chill around. I do these once a week, so... When am I going to start ranking? God, jeez, I'm just like, it's been 2 weeks. All right, I've been here for like 4 minutes. My goodness. Y'all are eager, eh? All right, let's see. So... Close. Let me reopen the YouTube though, actually, because sometimes I can hear myself. Sometimes I need chat. Cool. Let me pop out chat, because sometimes my OBS chat function just like freezes, and I just like don't want to miss chat. So let me pop this out, close this, and then we are gonna open up Counter-Strike. Same chances of me getting Diamond Coin? All right, so for those who don't know, I said this in the Don't At Me yesterday, but for those who don't know, I I had a rough coin experience this major, and it was not because I am like stupid and put bad picks. I'm actually extra annoyed because I probably would have had a fairly sick coin. But unfortunately, and I'll take you guys through it, I promise, I'm not making this up, you can see it. I am a silver coiner. I am very unfortunately a silver coiner. And the reason for this is, so I was in San Francisco the week that the Legends stages had to be filled out, like the day they had to be filled out. So you can actually see it here. My cam is like sort of blocking it, but you can see I literally, why can't I see the, oh, can I not see them anymore? Oh, this is really annoying because they released the signatures yesterday. Hold on, I'm not crazy. Oh, I guess I can't anymore. That's annoying. You can't see it, but I literally didn't fill them out. I literally didn't fill out Legend stages. I couldn't. I didn't have a computer with me in San Francisco, and there was no way for me to access one, and I can't do it from the browser the way you used to be able to do it back in the day with Dota Fantasy, Valve. So I literally made it through Challenger. You can see here. I made it through Challenger, and then I didn't fill out anything for Legends. Like, I literally just left it blank, and then I came back, and I placed Champions. And I was one off of gold. One off of gold, because I predicted all of the quarterfinals correctly. But I put Mouse to win it all, because I wanted to go for the memes at that point. It is a Sag. Azuro, it is a Sag. I actually, if either Furia or Mouse had won the semifinals, I would have had a gold coin despite not even filling out the Legend stages. So just take that in. Just actually take that in. So it is a silver coin, but I genuinely have an excuse. I genuinely could not fill out an entire stage of the major. So need to invest in a stream deck too. I love it for traveling. Oh, a Steam Deck. Sorry, there's a Stream Deck. I have a Stream Deck. Yeah, I would love a Steam Deck. That's probably the better solution for me. Even the thing is, I want a laptop because, like, I want to be able to play CS, you know? Like, I want to be able to, like, I want to be able to actually, like, play when I travel. I don't travel that frequently, but when I do. So, all right. So, hold on. Now I need to, I just want to tell the story, the very sad story of my silver coin. Who did I think was going to win the major? Well, I mean, I put Mouse because I was memeing. But, because again, by that point, I couldn't get Diamond. I was wait, is it gold? Is gold coin expensive? No, so you earn, I'm not sure if you're trolling. If you're actually asking, I will answer seriously because some people honestly don't know. The way it works is you get everybody starts with a bronze coin, and then you get your coin upgraded depending on how your predictions. So everybody, like, you do challenges, right? Sorry, here. Nope, I've clicked 3 of the wrong things. Oh, I can't see the challenges anymore. Oh, that's why. Okay, I have to go back here. Yeah, so you see the challenges in the top left here. My camera's blocking them. But yeah, you fill out challenges, and then if you get the color, it goes from bronze all the way to diamond. Diamond just means you guessed everything correctly. It's just bragging rights. You cannot sell this item. These skins, these coins cannot be sold. They are just bragging rights, and they post up on your profile, like here. Just bring your whole setup in a suitcase forehead. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I should do. Just throw my fucking tower in my check-in luggage. Gold coin Antwerp, bro. Okay, so the story of this one, and this is really sad, but this one I took the L. This one I genuinely have an excuse for the silver coin Rio. I genuinely have an excuse. For this one, I don't. I actually thought FaZe Clan was gonna win the major. We did a hot retakes social clip where I literally said FaZe were gonna win the major, and I had them as winning the major, and then like I thought they were gonna win the major, and then I watched Navi in the group stages, bro. Like, I watched Navi in Legends, and I was just like, these guys are gonna do it. Simple's gonna run it back, and I chickened out, dude. I chickened out at the last second, and I put Navi to win the major. Like I said, I take the L. That's me. I chickened out. I didn't believe in FaZe Clan. I didn't believe. Who did you think was going to win the major? Aside from Mouse. who I obviously memed by putting. I genuinely thought Furia could do it. They looked really good. Quesarado is like the best fucking rifler I've ever seen. And they had the crowd behind them, and I actually thought it was possible. I did genuinely think it was possible. Huge rip for them, honestly. I said in the Don't At Me yesterday, I thought Outsiders were going to go far because they're just an insane team. And I've thought they're an insane team for a really long time. I said I thought they were going to make top 8. I would have put them as going through in Legends. 100% I would have put them as going through. But I would not have predicted them to win the major. Nobody could have actually predicted them to win the major. I don't know anybody who got a diamond coin. If any of you guys got diamond coins, that's a huge flex. Because, yeah. All right, 1 sec. Let me find the tier list. Nip and Face have blood on their hands for stealing my diamond coin. That is rough. Did I find it? Yeah, I found it. Okay. We have the tier list. We have located the tier list, lads. Can I save this? Oh, I can. Oh, okay. Cool. I put Outsiders versus Na'Vi as the finals, but chose Na'Vi. Oh, I actually feel so bad for you. Oh, that's so rough, dude. Oh, it's you too, Rolsey? Oh, that's rough. Quesarado literally had a multi-kill like every round, I swear to God. Bro, Quesarado looks right now the way that Bit looked in and around Stockholm. I mean, Bit's still really good, don't get me wrong. I still think Bit is like... I actually think he might be... He's definitely a top 5 rifler globally. I honestly think he might even be top 3. He's actually cracked. But yeah, Quesarado is looking... A friend was telling me Outsiders used to be VP, right? Yes. So Outsiders are Virtus Pro pre the invasion. And that core of Dastan, Jame, and Kickard has been together for like 5 years or something, 6 years. Really long time. Games at Rio were great, but man, the whole situation starting the crowd just soured the whole event for me. It's funny, I really didn't feel that way. I felt like they showed up so hard for Brazil, and I understand that, like, you know, having like Gales and Fallen outside with all the stuff, you know what I mean? Like I get it. Like I actually get it. Like I don't think it's, you know, it's not great, but I don't like hold any resentment or anything the way that it seems like some people are. Cool art on the wall. Thanks, dude. My wife actually painted this, made this for me. My Shadow Fiend, as well as my little Earth Spirit. You can't really see him because of the light here, but there's a little Earth Spirit portrait there. I'm married. Yes, I just got married very recently, actually. The crowd was nuts on the very first day of the major. It was insane. Oh, the beginning of the major was actually crazy. And the Furia Na'Vi quarterfinal was like absolutely breathtaking. Congrats. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right, so here's the thing we got to do. So, unfortunately, I mean, I say unfortunately, it's not that big of a deal, but maybe a B-Hop server is the best way to do this. No, that one doesn't have gloves. Whoa. Congrats. Thank you. Do you speak any Russian? No, I don't speak any Russian. My dad's Romanian, actually. He's not Russian, so yeah, I just have a Russian name. Back-to-back playoff appearances for Spirit and Heroic, good for them. Absolutely. Oh, I mean, I just hope if there's one thing that I really love about this major, I really am glad like that we're just gonna be out of this phase where people are just gonna be like, Heroic, see, they're onliners, see James an onliner. Like it's so cringe. Like we had a Heroic Outsiders grand final at Rio, right? At the Rio major. Like honestly, just shut up. Like, do I speak a second language? I speak French, and I've studied other languages for school and stuff. Like I studied a bunch of Latin, little Italian, but I don't speak either. Bonjour, dude. So let's see Dimitri's bee hopping skills. My movement's actually not bad. I don't actually have brick movement. So let's just see. So the easiest thing to do is probably just going to be to get into a B-op server, because unfortunately I can't use the ESL, that server, for the knives. The knives is a lot easier to demo. So for gloves it's a little trickier, especially because I have to input the commands and stuff. It's fine. Obviously we all do it all the time to like test out skins. It's not the end of the world. It's just that I'm going to have to sort of... Wait, what? Are there no gloves for this one? Oh, there isn't. Oh, damn. Oh, my bad. My bad. Let's find a new one. So, I think this one has gloves. Yes, it does. Kitsune, let's go. My grandma moved to Canada from Hungary before World War II. Yeah, my family came late. At least my dad's side of the family did. My dad came when he was like 17. And my mom is a Irish English, or the daughter of Irish English immigrants who came at a very similar time. Yeah, I know about this server. Is that actually what it's called? Is it the one? Like, I know they exist, obviously. It's just that I can use the surf server. It's not the end of the world, right? Like it's fine, obviously. Just how does this work? From an inspect link? I'm opening it right now. I'm connecting to the server right now. It had bad ping when you tried it. All right, let's try. Use the CSGO trading enhancer extension. Using gen codes for gloves be an option as well. Jesus. Can't believe Heroic got stomped as hard as they did. I'll be honest. I was a little bit surprised. I think Outsiders are a really, really good team, and I did think they were going to win the series, but I definitely did not think it was going to be that one-sided. The problem is I just think that Outsiders like counters that slow, methodical Danish style really well. I actually think Furia would have had a way better chance against Outsiders, because I think that if you're gonna play, like, you know what I mean, if you're just gonna be like that, just be like, you know, weird and unpredictable, right? Whoa. Is no clip just on by default? Can I turn it off? I just actually don't want it on. Oh, this is cool. But I don't want knives. I want... There we go. What am I? T or CT? I'm T? I don't know what I am. Yeah, okay. I do think the ping is really bad, though. I think that Homie was right about in the chat. I think it's fine, though, since we're just demoing gloves anyway. It's probably okay. But the ping is definitely horrible. You'll be shocked if any of the operation-specific gloves get a high rating. Have to see... Oh, is it in chat? Okay, hold on. Yeah, let me turn it off. I don't really want no clip. There we go. Thank you. That's actually much better. Okay. Yeah, ping is definitely really bad, but because I'm assuming this is a European server, right? Feels like it's safe to assume that. Where am I at? I have 220 fucking ping. Okay. I don't think even exit lag can help me now. Ping is usable even in US. Could use an Underpixel server. I don't know the server. All right, so let's get started. Oh, and I forgot. Hold on, I have to change this to the full screen windowed, right, so that I can alt tab no problem, and it won't cause any issues. Oh, there we go. All right, so let's go. We're gonna start, guys. All right, this is the glove tier list according to me. This is just my opinions on gloves. I will say this: I don't really have as strong opinion on gloves as I do on knives, and I think that's probably like a pretty fair take. Like I think most people feel generally more strong about knives than gloves. Don't be wrong, lol. I will try, Walter. What I will say is that I don't think I have any particularly hot takes. I have like one hot take that I know is going to get me in trouble, but other than that, I don't really have a lot of hot takes about gloves. My opinion is wrong. Start over. I was actually pleasantly surprised. I had a lot of people reach out to me and tell me that they thought my knife tier list was actually very was pretty based. So that's we take those. I have Imperial Plaids Be Kind. All right, so the only thing I'll say about gloves too is I'm really bad with names of gloves. I feel like that's not super uncommon, but I'm not going to remember all the individual names. Sorry, I'm not trying to put them in S tier. I'm just trying to move them to see if I can. Okay, yeah. So, haven't seen the tier list for where's the Bowie knife? I forget where I put the Bowie knife. You have to go check it. It's uploaded. There's a cut down on YouTube. You can go see it. Okay, so did Cadian deserve the major title more than James? No, if he did, he would have won the major, bro. Like Cadian is a deserving player, like obviously, but I just mean like, you know, if he deserved it this time around, he would have won it this time around, right? James is nuts, man. He's that dude is such a fucking talented opera. It's crazy. Yes, you are. Put those plaids back in S tier. Okay, so these are. I actually might even do this just to help me. CS:GO stash. Because I genuinely forget. I always forget the names, man. Gloves. Okay, so the drivers, Imperial Plaid. I remember the names of like genres of gloves, to be clear. It's just the individual, right? Like Cobalt Skulls, Overtake. Like, I don't fucking remember these ones are called Overtake. I just remember what they look like. Okay, so. Hello, brother. What's up, ISO? By the way, my friends asked why the price of skins in CSGO keeps changing. Is it because of high demands or what? Yeah, it's because it's the CSGO skin market is truly an open market. So it's like why the price of stocks keep changing, right? Because things change every day, right? You know, stickers get applied, people start investing, people start hoarding, you know, tastes change. There's a bunch of different reasons as to why prices fluctuate in CSGO. Oh, my CSGO crashed. Let's reopen it. I may just have to join a KZ server. It may actually just be easier. Pure free market capitalism. It's very based. Yeah, it is very based. It gives way to a lot of gambling and a lot of scamming and a lot of really awful things, but it is on the whole quite based and fun. You still have a 2014 Titan Hollow? Whew! That means you basically have the down payment on a house. Congratulations, Nectarshine. I wish I could say that. Source 2 fixes that? Yeah, Source 2 fixes all the dark, awful things about CSGO skin gambling. Oh, it's true. He didn't say whether it was Kato or Cologne. Did you mean Cologne? If you meant Cologne, that's obviously cool, but it's not. Yeah, I was going to say, if it's from Kato, it's $65,000. He never said Kato. That's true, guys. That's true, guys. He never said Kato. All right. Yeah, even just like, who was it was telling me the other day that even Jesus was saying that play skins are going up in value. I checked the price on my lore, like my M9 like a couple of days ago, and it's literally gone up by like 5,000 RMB. It's actually crazy. Absolute lunacy. And this is in like 1 year. I'm not even talking about like a couple of years. Just like, I think I bought this one sometime last year. And it's gone up by like 5,000. I will never sell my OG sticker. I've been keeping those as my memories. I mean, you shouldn't, bro, until you decide you want to cash out the money. After watching that Elige video the other day, honestly just going to sell the 3 skins I have and buy stickers for default guns. Do it, bro. It's gangster. It's actually so gangster. For those who don't know, Elige only uses default skins. And he puts a stat track name tag on all of them. We did a social clip about it when I did the unmuted episode with Elige. It's really sick. Yeah, I checked the price recently on the M9 and it's just absolutely gone insane. My butterfly's gone up. I think my Kara went up by like 2,000 won as well. It's absolutely unbelievable. My Pandoras have gone up by so much, dude. It's actually lunacy. By the way, I am... Is your Dimitri or is I am Dimitri? Yes. That's me. I'm Dimitri. By the way, I actually am selling, just shameless plug real quick, I'm selling my 3 skins on Buff, so if anyone's not sponsored, obviously. I don't think Buff does sponsors. I'm just personally selling skins. So if anybody's interested, DM me on Twitter or check Buff. Because, yeah, I finally decided to stop being lazy and sell skins I don't use anymore. Okay, so let's say we go to, let's go, I guess just, the problem is I need one with gloves. And they don't all have gloves. Ah, this works. Have you ever played Osu? No, I've never played Osu. I mean, like, I have. I just mean, like, I've never played it seriously. During gambling era, I lost a lot, but I applied 4 Columbus 2016 foils on a P250. One skin I've kept for 7 years, something like that. This one, Luminosity Hollow is great. Yeah, it actually is great, too. Where's my Knifa? Where's my Knifa, bro? Did I get scammed by the server? My own knife. There's my knife. Hey, buddy. Okay, so gloves. What side am I on? This is T, right? I don't remember the default gloves because I never used them. Yeah, cool. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it, guys. No more dilly-dallying. Although it's nice to catch up because it really has been a while. Driver gloves, Imperial plaid, if memory serves, was #1. Okay, Imperial plaid. So here's my take on driver gloves. Imperial plaids. And let's be fair. Because I was thinking about this, and let's keep the glove condition. Let's keep the glove condition 80%. I think that's fair because on the whole, if I increase this by 20% and I make them FAQ new, let's be honest. Nobody can afford gloves that look this good. Like, right? Like let's be reasonable, right? So I think if we keep them all at in and around 80. That's fair. That's like a fair benchmark. So they're not too low, they're not too high. They're you know, yeah. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I wish some servers let you go up and down by 5%. I wish I could make them like 0.15s, but let's just say 0.2s. That's fine. That's okay. So Imperial plaid driver gloves. I think factory new gloves look as good as that anyway. Yeah, exactly. Even literal FAQ new gloves will never actually be 0.00 like what or 0.5. Like it's not a reasonable, realistic reflection, obviously, right, on how these gloves actually look. Let's just get to I want to get to a place with better light. Yeah, well, the light's pretty much the same here. Okay, so it's very humble and it's just reasonable, right? Like, so Imperial plaids. I think these gloves are very nice. I think the reason these gloves are very nice, I actually don't really like the plaid thing on the top. I think that they always sort of look perpetually stained. I'm not really into it. But I do think that the inside of the glove here, this, very, 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 very clean. Very, very nice. I'm not going to start changing total stuff. Like, I'm not going to equip like a black pearl right now with my knife because that's just a little bit extra for this list. There's so many gloves to get through. But I do think if you have like a black pearl or certain phases, other phases of Doppler, it looks really good. Ultraviolet also looks really good with these gloves. The inside leather palm and that blue sort of grippy thing, really nice. Really, really nice. And they're also not terribly expensive. I think these gloves... I'm gonna say a low A tier. Just there's no other gloves on the list right now, so this is why it's, you know, the first. But I'm gonna say yeah. I have these with Ursus Ultraviolet and Lightning Strike Op. That's a great combo. I think these are a low A tier. I don't think they're a high A tier, but I think they're a low A tier. They are good gloves. They are genuinely good gloves. They're not terribly expensive, right? For like, you know, like a field tested, right? Like they're pretty reasonable. And this is Steam market prices, mind you, right? So like this is pretty reasonable. I think they're a good selection. I think they're a good glove, honestly. Go to Bright Place, better quality. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to see if I can. I think there's one other place. Hold up. I haven't surfed this map in a long time. Oh, God, the light is so bad, isn't it? I could just do a KZ, I guess. It's like slightly better, but it's still quite dark. You can see, yeah. Anyway. So, next up, these Motos. What are they called? I told you that I am turtle Motos. Okay, so turtle Motos. I think Moto gloves are pretty sick. This is gonna be so laborsome to try to do this every time. Moto turtle. Okay. And yeah, they actually look really good considering even these are only at 80%. These look quite clean. I think these are pretty sick. I think they look really, really, really good with a gamma Doppler. And I think they look really good with just about any gamma Doppler. Maybe not phase 3. I think with phase 3, you're probably better to go with something like Cobalt Skull or, what's it called? The hand wraps. The other hand wraps. What are they called? Those weird ones? Where are they? You know the ones I'm talking about, right? The black and like blue, whatever. We'll get to those, I guess, in a second. But the no, I thought I saw them. Page 2. Frick, where are they? I can't find them. I had some in mind though. But I think that basically they look good with like any gamma Doppler. I think these are solid B. I won't overprint. Yes, thank you, Peeker. Overprint. I will not belabor the point. I think that they are very solid. They look really good with gamma Dopplers. If you have green knives and like green skins, they pair super nicely. I think that they are actually a very solid B tier. I think they're a B tier glove. They are, yeah, these ones right here. They're right in front of me. They just serve. They look good with black lamps. Interesting. I've never tried that. I think they're a very solid B tier. They serve their purpose really well. They serve their purpose really well. If you have green knives, and we all know that there are some pretty sick green knives in CS:GO, these are a great go-to option, especially if you can't afford like, you know, yeah. So B tier. I think they're a solid B tier. Somebody says they want me to use a vanilla knife. What knife would I use though? I can just keep my knife, no? Don't you guys want to see my pretty knife? You can also see the inside of the knife or the inside of the gloves, I should say, pretty easily with these. I really would like to try to get somewhere with slightly better lighting, but it seems like... Doesn't the next one open up a little bit? It's really been a long-ass time since I surfed this map. Yeah, this is a little better. See? I knew it. Yeah, okay, this is good. Use like a vanilla Bayo Ninja Turtle gloves? Yeah, they are. I guess you want to use vanilla? Sure, let's do that. Okay. Do I own this channel? No, no, I wish. I don't own this channel, no. We can just do the vanilla Bayo. That's, or like an M9. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So cool. Solid B tier. Like I said, there's a bunch I want to get through. Some of it. Overprint. I told you I'm not good with names. I scrolled through this like 3 times and I couldn't see them here. Why are they not here, Chad? Am I actually blind? I'm not crazy, right? Where are they? Maybe, no. I'm not crazy, right? They're not here. I'm blind? Where are they? Past it? Left side first page. Use Control F to find them. Overprint. Holy shit, chat, I'm blind. I am blind. Overprints. Okay, so overprints are cool. I think that they are sort of not, I don't have to switch to all of them. It's like, I think because the point of this one's pretty simple. I think that they are sort of cool. I think the only problem with these gloves is that they don't go great with a ton of skins. They don't go like, I mean, a good example, maybe I will actually just a quick one. A good example is like, they do go well with like a vanilla knife, right? But like, they go really well with phase 3 gamma Dopplers, I feel. someone in chat just said exactly this. Only works with Gamma P3. They work with Gamma P3 and sort of nothing else. They're not like, it's not that they look bad with a vanilla knife. It just begs the question, why wouldn't you just use another knife or use another gloves or whatever, right? I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, the pattern is pretty cool. I will say the pattern is pretty cool. I do think they look pretty awesome. There are definitely hand wraps that I like better, but there are also hand wraps that I think are worse. Work with lore. Well, I had a fucking lore equipped, and then somebody out here was just like, oh, equip the vanilla knife. Sorry, I'm just being salty because I want to use my own pretty knife. Can we just thank you? That's my knife. Nope, I don't have a knife. There we go. That's my knife. There it is. Yeah, the lighting is disgusting, I know. So this is, yeah, do they work with lore? I mean, I guess kind of. It's kind of a cool color combo. The yellow and like the cyan does look pretty sick. Like the gold and cyan is pretty nice. Let's actually try to do you guys all a favor and let's find a map with slightly better lighting. I think my ranking stays the same though, which is I think they're going to go into C tier. I think they're a really solid C tier. I don't think they're bad. I don't think they're good. I also want to clarify that I am of the opinion that for these lists, and I did this with the knife list, we're going to have one S tier. We're only going to have one S tier. So that means that anything that would have been a low S tier gets kicked down, which means me putting something in C tier is not bad. And I said this during the knife list. It's not bad. It is literally, like, by definition, sort of mid, right? If we can't really actually have a mid with 6, obviously, because there's no literal middle, but it's just, yeah, there's only going to be one S tier, because I did this with the knives as well. So I just want to give that context. This one has gloves. Let's try this. Are we still figuring out a server? We had a server, just the lighting was shit. So it's gonna be tough, man. For S tier, it's gonna be tough. Is the stream buffering for anyone else? Is it buffering for you guys? Is the lighting better here? Wow, it's so much worse, isn't it? My goodness. And this is like a continuous map, right? Oh, it's a linear map, yeah, which means I can't even like get to a stage. Rip. Rip. All right, hold on. Sorry, guys. I don't want to hop into a retake server because then, like, you know what I mean? Like an empty one, because then someone's going to hop in. Was this the one I was just in? No, right? Can you go in broskins? I will try to figure that out for the next stream, because we will inevitably do this again. And I got away with the knife stream the first time because I was able to use the ESL CSGO hub server. So I will for maybe I'll try to sort this out for the next stream so that it's a lot easier. But next up we have, oh shit, okay. It's already time, eh? Okay, so Vice. I think that Vice gloves are pretty sure Steam Workshop has custom apps to test knives and gloves. They don't. Like it's trickier. Like they do, but they don't. This is the thing that's a problem. There is no Steam Workshop server where I can just like click on like shoot a glove and like get the glove on, if that's what you mean. It actually, as far as I know, and I did the research, it does not exist. So yeah, unfortunately, sorry guys, this is just one of those servers where it's taking 80 million. Don't be afraid to so yeah, Vice gloves in my opinion are not I think that I told you guys I only have one hot take when it comes to gloves. I only have one hot take, and my hot take is that I think I'm just going to close this. This is getting kind of annoying. My only hot take is that Vices are overrated. And I'm not saying that to be a hipster. I'm not saying that to be like contrarian. I really am not. I genuinely think that the problem with Vice gloves is that the inside of them has and the outside, like this, has too much black. I don't really understand why they have so much black on them. I think the pink and the blue is actually, I guess I should just turning on this. I think the pink and the blue is actually fire. Like, I don't think it's too pink. I don't like someone said they're cotton candy gloves. I think the cotton candy glove aspect of them is sick. Like, that's actually what I love about these gloves. My issue with these gloves has nothing to do with the pink colors. It's that there aren't enough of them. You have this weird overlay where you have these dark, like this dark charcoal sort of like highlight that just feels really like not great. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. But there's no gloves, and they were on whiteout too. That was perfect. That was literally the perfect map to demo, but it's not. Yeah, hold on. So I'm gonna get into one, and then it'll be really easy because we can just power through everything. Let me refresh again. Yeah, let's try. Let's get a pair. The first map here with bad lag. My CS:GO did crash when I was on that map, I will just say, and I'm not really sure using buff. You know what? Buff's not a bad idea, actually. Maybe I should do that. Hold on. Let me actually try this. Could my inventory be a conflict of interest? I swear it's not. I swear my inventory is not a conflict of interest. I am very happy with my inventory and have zero biases. I gotta ban the yeah. Okay, so let's try this. It's not as interactive, but at least it gives us something here. So Vice. So here's the thing. Well, you can even do like a minware. I won't be weird about it. So here's the thing. I don't understand. Whenever someone holds them up with the thumb, with the AK, all I see is this. All I see is this weird, like why? Like why? I just feel like I just feel like this black on the side here, this like charcoaly sort of like highlight. It just doesn't look good to me. And like this gray on the top, why is this gray here? Why couldn't this also be pink? Or like, why couldn't it be like, it's a, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels to me like they sort of went halfway with the like neon, like bright, like aesthetic, you know what I mean? And it just feels to me like this right here, like you have this sick, super nice baby blue with this lovely pink. And then it's just this awful washed out sharp. Like it's just, what the fuck? I never noticed that part existed. Oh, I'm sorry that I ruined Vices for you. It's all I see when I look at them. It's all I see, bro. I think Buff also has the 3D thing, but I could be wrong. Yeah, the 3D inspect. I can do it. I'll go the extra mile with Vice because I know I'm gonna get, yeah. So like, you can see, right? Like, it's just, they're just, why? Why is this here? Why couldn't we just have nice baby blue with pink and then like a nice sort of like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like a magenta or something, or like a nice, I just feel like they're too dark on the top and they're too dark on the thumbs, and they're too, like, the color combo just makes no sense to me. It just makes no sense to me. I don't know. I don't think they're bad. I just think that this idea that Vices are like the GOAT, they're so sick, oh, they're so cool. Like, they just don't look that cool. Like, there's imperfections on these gloves, and I just don't understand why this color combo is the way it is. That's it. That's my take on Vice. I think the pink is really cool, and the blue is really cool. Is the mic cutting out? Someone said mic's cutting out. I think that for me, there were maybe below Imperial Plaid. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll figure that part out later. I'll figure out the ordering of this later, but I really think that like they are a low A tier. I think they're a low A tier. I honestly think that when you're talking sport gloves, there are several better options than Vice. I think there are several better options. They're not bad. They are A tier, all right? They're A tier. I'm not out here saying they're like fucking C tier or something. They're A tier gloves. I think they're low A tier, and I don't think that they're actually that they're actually that cool. Maybe ahead of Imperial Plaid. I'm not 100% sure on that one yet. We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to that later. But I don't think that I think that they are overrated. I genuinely think they're overrated. Cobalt Skulls. So my issue with Cobalt Skulls, let me just quickly try to see if I can find one now before I go back into the buff viewer. My thing with Cobalt Skulls, Kitsune's good. It's just so dark, man. Oh, you know what, though? I remember there's one stage on Kitsune that is actually quite bright. There is actually one. B tier? I'm not going to put them in B tier, bro. Like, would I like to put them in B tier? I actually would. I'm going to be honest. I actually fucking would. But I'm not going to. Hold on. Let me just quickly get through here. I forgot that's a big jump. There is actually a stage on Kitsune that is quite serviceable. Wait. This one's good. This one's good, right, chat? I want you to miss this intentionally so I can be on the other platform. This one's good, right? This is good lighting. I'm not insane. There are a few stages here that actually have, which one did I pick? T? Yeah. So, hand wraps. My thing with Cobalt Skulls, I know that they're actually like pretty expensive. No question mark, kinda. Let's see. That's good. I think it's good. I think it's pretty solid. Maybe if I come on to... That was so sad. That was so sad. Maybe if I come up like here or something. I think that's pretty solid lighting, right? This is good. Adds a yellow tint. Last stage is white. Yeah, I feel like you're right there. It is, isn't it? Well, the green is definitely going to be neon-y and annoying. Cobalt Skulls are now green. Yeah, I've literally I've hacked and I've reskinned them. Rip. My thing with Cobalt Skulls is I think that as crazy as it sounds, I always forget that I go right side on this. My bad. They're too blue. I know that sounds weird, but I genuinely think that they're too blue. I don't really understand like what I'm supposed to pair it with. God, I just can't do the stage right now, can I? This is not even the hard part. There we go. Okay, this is fine. This is fine, chat, right? Here we go. Surely this is fine. Yeah, we can see that. We can see this. We can see this nicely. I know these are actually like somewhat expensive, and like I've always thought they're a little bit overpriced. I don't think that they're ugly by any stretch of the imagination. They just seem a little bit. They just seem a little bit kind of like edgelordy to me. Like I'm not really like the skull and like they look like sort of like comically blue. Like I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to. I don't know. Like I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to pair this with aside from just like a blue Doppler. But even then, it just sort of feels like if I was gonna do that, I would probably just try to get like Moto gloves or like, you know, I don't know. I'm not saying they're like shitty. I just think that they are. I think they're B. Like Hydra gloves make your character fingers loose. That's kind of true, actually. I think they're B. I don't know if they're above or below not Spearman, the Turtle. I think probably above Turtle, but I just think that they're B. They're fine. I do think they're like a little bit. Overrated, to be completely honest. I don't think they're actually they're like that nice. It's not so much that I think that they're like overrated aesthetically. I was surprised how expensive they are. Like I always look at them and I'm like, really? Like you guys, like who would want to pay like, you know? So that's it. Next up, yeah, what are these ones called again? These are not superconductor, right? These are the other ones. Amphibious. So here's my take. When it comes to other sport gloves such as amphibious. I think these gloves look really cool on the inside. I think you can look inside. This is like actually beautiful. Like this pastel interior is really smooth. It's really nice. This is actually like gorgeous. The outside of these gloves are horrifying. They are so plasticky and like cheap and ugly, and like I just for the life of me cannot understand why anybody would want these gloves. I don't, they look, and if you get like anything less than like FAC new, which obviously no one is going to have, at least min wear, they just look so ugly. Like the wear on the top, these gloves wear so badly. Like the problem with the tops of these sports gloves, and they're not the only ones like this, is they look plasticky. Like they just look bad. Like they look cheap. They look like, right? I think these gloves are a fucking hard B tier. I'll still put them B tier because I really like sport gloves, and I think the insides are gorgeous. I think that the inside of this pastel like is really nice. Someone called them the bright water gloves. Yeah, they are very cool. But yeah, someone just said 20,000 won for 0.07 and still bad. I just think the gloves don't look good. I think that the top sides look not nice. They're not for me. I don't like them. I would literally take. There are a lot of gloves that I would take over these gloves. The outside just looks too busy. It's the texture. The problem is the texture. It just looks. It looks like it cracks. It looks like laminated. Like it's just like, ugh. It doesn't look smooth. It doesn't look plushy. It's just, yeah. I don't like them. I think that they are a hard B tier, and honestly, I'd probably even put them below. I'll be honest. Like if I was gonna run like even like an emerald, like a really expensive knife, I would rather have an emerald and turtles than like any blue knife and these gloves. I honestly don't think they look good at all. I think they look pretty bad. They might even be C tier. I'm gonna be serious. They might even be C tier. I don't know. I just think they do not look good. I really don't think they look good, and I'm really trying not to let price affect the ranking, right? Like I'm just trying to go purely off of just like what do I think looks good and what do I think doesn't look good. They might honestly even be C tier. I really don't think that. I think that now that I look at the overprints, I think that these are honestly nicer than the amphibious. I'm just not a fan, basically at all. Yeah, that's it. Next. Oh yeah, the POWs, right? So these gloves, in my opinion, I closed the menu. In my opinion, these gloves are really fucking sick. They sort of don't go with anything, although they actually kind of weirdly go with lore, especially in this light. You can actually see this. These gloves are surprisingly really fucking cool. They are actually really cool. These gloves are sort of messed up by the lighting on this map. I can pop them up here. If you've never tried a pair of these, especially, the only thing I'll say about them is you have to get a nice float. But like, I mean, honestly, the factory news are not even that expensive. But like, let's just say like, no, thank you. not that expensive. Whatever. I'll just factory just illustrate it. They are in a very nice float. These gloves are actually really cool. They are super cool. This like ivory sort of cream, like white with the orange and the red and that nice textural brown on the outside. I think these gloves are actually surprisingly really sick. They don't really go with a lot. Like I said, you kind of have to, that's annoying. You kind of have to go lore or bust, if I'm being honest. But I think that these gloves have a very iconoclastic look, and I think that they are actually really sick. They are surprisingly really sick. I think that they are either a very high B tier or a low A tier. Right now, I'm going to put them in a very high B tier, but I actually think these gloves are very cool. They are genuinely sick. And if you've never tried them, my advice to you is just hop into a server without the weird lighting like this one, and just actually give them a go, because they are actually really nice. I think they work well with the busier skins, just a great pairing. Yeah, a really low fade butterfly knife, almost full orange, goes well with them. That's true. Yeah, that's true, actually. They are very sick. They are very sick gloves, and I think that they are overlooked. I think that they are criminally overlooked. They are super cool. All right, Crimson Kimono. Even I know the names of these ones. Crimson Web. Isn't there also Crimson Kimono, right? Am I crazy? I thought they're called Crimson Kimono. Crimson Web, my bad. The Crimson Webs. Okay, so here's my thing. I don't I don't think the specialist gloves are particularly cool. I've never thought they're particularly cool. I actually sold a pair of specialist gloves yesterday. I sold a pair of moguls. Crimson fucking kimono, bro. Are these different? What's the difference between crimson kimono and crimson? I'm not crazy, man. Also, why are they blue? They're a crimson kimono there on the next page, which is different than two different gloves, eh? Shows how much I know about skins. Why are you guys listening to me talk? Crimson kimono. Yeah, you're right. Okay. The light on these gloves is absolutely scuffed beyond belief. No question about that. Yeah. No question about that. I'll be honest. I think that they are the webs. I think are fine. I think that they go with crimson web knives and like basically nothing else, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, I just think that they're okay. I think that, and I know I said the same thing about Turtle. I just think Turtle and Cobalt go with their things better than this goes with the one specific, you know what I mean? Like, they're fine. They're fine. Like, the lighting hurts your eyes. Yeah, I know. It's kind of annoying. I actually thought it was better when, I don't know why I can't, I haven't surfed the stage in a long time. Wrong. They're excellent with autotronics. I mean, yeah, but that would involve then you have to equip an autotronic, which, like, who wants that, bro? Oh, I almost scuffed that. Oh, here you can really see them. Oh, lordy. I'll be completing a surf map, literally, just so I can do this tier list. This is great. Yeah, I honestly just don't think that that's sick. I think they go with, like, Crimson Web, and, like, that's literally it. And if I was going to run any other red knife, I would literally just run the kimonos instead. Here we go. This is the one you're talking about. Awesome. Thank you. Let's get off. Okay, so, yeah. I think that they are... These are the kimonos, I realize. I'm gonna back out and get the webs for a second. I think they go really well with Crimson Web knives, and I think that they sort of just, like... They don't really go with much else. I'm gonna put them in C tier. Like I said, C tier is not slander. It doesn't mean it's a shit glove. They're just not really for me. I also don't really like red skins, if I'm being completely honest. So, yeah. Omegas. Time for the Omegas. Nope, don't do that. Omegas. Back out. Sport. Omega. Okay, and look at that. I have lore. So, just to show you that I am not biased. I don't think that these gloves are cool. And I'll tell you why I don't think they're cool. It's not because I don't think that the orange is cool. I think the orange is cool. The problem is I don't like that the inlay on the palm is the same color as the glove. I feel like all of this should not be black. Like, it just doesn't really feel like, it just feels kind of lazy, you know? And then the tops, I love that orange, like the orange accents. Very cool. My issue with the tops, the inside, like Pena just said, is boring. Like, this is just boring. And the outside, it's plasticky. It's got that like, let's just imagine if you were wearing these gloves. They have that like plasticky, cracky feel. They just look like they'd be cheap. They look like they'd be like, you know, like they wouldn't breathe. Like, they're just not, the texture on these gloves, I'm not a fan of them. I don't think they're cool. And I'm saying this as someone who owns fucking only lore knives. All right? I only fucking own lore knives. And I still think these gloves are not cool. I don't like them. It's a good combo. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you could do worse than this combo. It looks cool. But I don't think they're nice gloves. I think that they have imperfections. And I honestly think that they are just marginally better than Amphibious. I think that they are just marginally better. I really, really don't think that they are that. I don't think that they're that cool. And if people don't agree, get fucked. I don't know what else to say. I'm just not in. It's my list. I just don't think they're that cool. I think that they could have been really sick, and I think that basically the texture on the top just looks Ugh. Omega demands a full orange yellow skin inventory compared to other gloves. Yes, and I just don't think that the payoff is worth it. These ones I know the name. They're right here. Transports. Yeah. Okay. Transports. We're actually moving at like a decent pace now. So I keep going back too far. So Moto transports. Wow. Just fucking blind. So here's my thing with transports. They're actually really nice gloves. Like, they look really cool. They're actually clean. The leather looks nice. The color's nice. They're soft. They're cool. They obviously go well with lore to a certain degree. They're very nice. They don't go with anything. They are nice gloves that just don't really have a place in like any inventory. I think that there are like Moto gloves that are way cooler, such as the POWs. Like the POWs, in my opinion, are sick. And I think that if I was gonna ever get a Moto glove, I would get these. I think I want to try the Battle Scarred. I've heard people say that. It's let's really crack these bad boys down. Yeah, I still think honestly, even if we kick them up by just like 20, just to something a little more reasonable, I think that they're honestly, I still just don't think they go with anything, man. I just don't think they go with like any inventories. They're really nice gloves if you never had to hold anything. But I feel like the second you hold something with these gloves, you just lose them. And I think for that reason, a low C tier. It's a low C tier for me. I just don't think that they work with anything. And like I said, it sucks because I think they're cool gloves. I actually think the gloves look cool by themselves. The problem is that there's just nothing you can hold with them. And I agree. I've heard people say this before. People have told me before they look better battle scarred. I actually don't think that's a bad take at all. They do look less bright. They look cooler. Yeah. Oh yeah, these are the like digi camo hand wraps, right? I told you I'm really bad with names. Yeah, the spruce D-Pat. I mean, what does it say right about them? They are basically. Oh, I forgot. Let me adjust the gloves. Let me at least do them that favor. Let's go back to 80. They are fine, but I think that there's just a lot of hand wraps that are basically better. I think that these are. I have a soft spot for hand wraps. Like, I think they're actually really cool, and I think that these are basically still just D tier. I don't think that there's anything really special about them, and it's not that I think they're bad. It's more just that, like, I just think that there's a lot of hand wraps that I would take over these. Yeah. Love a good battle scarred Hydra glove. Do you really? I don't think I've ever tried a battle scarred Hydra. I unboxed Hydra glove once. I unboxed Marble Fade Hydras, I think. Wait, do they have Marble Fade Hydras? No, what did I unbox? I think I unboxed Case Harden. Oh, I unboxed Case Harden. Yeah. Looks great with gold anything. I love hand wraps. Those are mid. That's kind of what I'm saying. I love hand wraps too. You guys will see that in a second. I love hand wraps. I just don't think these are particularly nice. I think if I was going to get hand wraps, there's like 3 or 4 that I would get over top of these. So I think they're pretty mid. I'm not really into these. They're just right. They're a little bit below mid, I would say. Okay. So next up, oh fuck. All right. Yeah. So now we have the operation, like whatever they're called, right? The bloodhounds / Hydra / whatever, right? I'm gonna be honest, man. I sort of, like most people, think that all of them are not great. I really feel like all of them are just kind of equally not fantastic. I don't even really know if I like any one more than I like the other. They're are we really gonna nitpick over like which ones are the worst? You know? Like, is it even really worth it? Like, these are the Hydra's awkward silence. Like, oh, I think I missed these ones on the bottom, didn't I? Shows you how frequently I navigate the bloodhound or the gloves page on CS:GO Stash. I don't use it that frequently. Bronzed, right? I mean, look, all right. Let's just open up like one just for the fuck of it, right? So they're bloodhounds, bronzed. I mean, the metal thing is really ugly. The skull is like not great. The spikes are sort of weird. F and move on, says Razor. I mean, dude, I don't know what to say. Like, they're not good. They're not good. I honestly feel like all of them are sort of F, if I'm being completely honest. And to even just rate them, it feels like I don't want to be that guy, but like it just sort of feels to me like, do you guys want to do the mini tier list? Do it all F. I just feel like all of them are F. Like there's not really a single pair of these gloves that I think is like actually cool. I will say, I think somebody even chat said I will say that these ones, the Hydra, like Emerald, whatever they're called, are actually like pretty cool. I think the bronze, the ones I have equipped right now, ironically, I think are actually probably like sort of the coolest. Sort of the coolest. Go look at the perfect world version of the Bloodhound gloves. I've seen them, yeah. They're actually, if only we had those. But the cloth in the middle piece of them, I think fingerless gloves in general are a little weird. Hand wraps work for me in certain cases, but I think these gloves just don't work for me. I think these gloves are just really chill. Sorry, guys, isn't that? I'm just gonna save us all a lot of time, and I'm just gonna throw them all in F tier. And I can say, I mean, we can sort of nitpick as to which are the coolest. I think Emerald and Bronze are actually sort of cool. I think Case Hardened with a Case Hardened knife, like a blue gem or something. I have seen combos like that. People have run them. They are sort of cool. But I'm just not into it. Sorry guys. There's these stupid ads. Let me mute this. Yeah. Not gonna lie, my major issue with hand wraps, fingerless gloves, at least with the red ones, the colors just seem off, too muted, don't really work things. Because I just think these are sort of like, and I don't say this in a way that is like, I think that the aesthetic of these gloves, if I'm being totally honest, is sort of not cringe, but it's a little too edgelord for me. You know what I mean? Like, they're like the metal studs and the leather and the fucking skull, and like they're just like, they're a little too like you know, like biker gang for me. Like, I'm not really into the aesthetic. I don't think they work. I don't think they've ever worked. I just think that's why I like them. Battle Scarred leads into design without edge. I mean, look, man, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Since I'm putting literally fucking all of them in F tier, let's just really. All right. Okay. All right. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually pretty cool. I think the Battle Scarred. That's kind of sick. You know, like I can kind of fuck with that. I still think the fingers are a little weird. I do wish the Case Hardened had patterns. That would have been a lot cooler. 100%. I'm going to say they all go F tier. I'm going to put this up here, though, the bronze. Because you know what, man? I think you've actually persuaded me. I think these Battle Scarred bronze actually look kind of cool. I will say that. I think they actually look kind of cool. Yeah, these are pretty sick. I will say. Yeah, the factory new just give it the edgelord vibe way too hard. I agree with you. That's a good take. All right. Look, I'm going to put them all F tier because let's just be honest. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's really just not a lot. I think Valve would need to honestly sort of just like redesign these gloves. If like from the ground up. If they were actually going to be cool and people were going to actually like, you know, fall in love with them. I just don't think that they're very nice. Yeah. Okay. If you take the metal shit off, then they're not bad. Yeah, I agree. Like, if you took, like, the spikes off or something. But I gotta say, these Battle Scars, I kind of fuck with these, actually. I actually kind of fuck with these. I think they're cool. All right, so next up are these fucking, speaking of fucking edgelord, whatever, the buckshot specialist, right? I mean, look, man, come on, what is there to say? Buckshot. They don't. It's the same problem with a lot of these camo gloves in CSGO, is they don't go with anything except shitty skins that nobody wants, right? It's not even that the gloves are like that bad. It's just that they don't go with anything. I already don't particularly like specialist gloves. I've said that. I just don't. I'm not into them. I think they're an easy fucking D tier. I just don't. I don't think that they are. I'm not into them. Try them with a battle scarred karambit rust coat. All right, just for you, homie. Just for you, bro. All right, what do you say, Kara? Let's try a Kara. Let's try, and let's give me rust coat. But we gotta really amp it up. Weapon condition. All right. All right. I fuck with that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, actually. That's not a bad take. I'm going to be honest. Highly battle-scarred rust coats just generally look pretty sick. Like, it's actually a pretty cool aesthetic. So, but this is not a bad combo, actually. Yeah, this is pretty nice, actually. I fuck with this. This is cool. This is cool. Again, I don't know what op you run with this. I don't know what, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what, unless you just go all camo skins or whatever. Like, I don't really know what you do. But this goes pretty hard. Hasbullah rocks this combo, really? That's pretty gangster, actually. This goes kind of hard. All right, all right, all right. Look, I'll say it. I'll say it. D tier. I may not even put him ahead. Maybe I'll even put it. Yeah, D tier is not like dog shit, right? Like D tier is like, you know, it's like not, it's not mid, but it's like a little bit less than mid. Like D tier, I actually think a high D tier, just to be clear, it's not like first class AK or the Mortis. Yeah, the Mortis might look good with this, actually. That's cool. All right, I'll give you that. I like these suggestions you guys are giving me. This is cool. This is cool. Let's increase just so we can. Oh, I just wasn't gonna switch back to my own fucking knife anyway. So, all right. Choose skin. I just remembered I have to. Oh God, it's so tired typing these all in. There we go. Okay, so brown op skin is needed. Do I have one? No, I don't have. Unfortunately, I don't have any. I used to have a Mortis in my inventory. The Stymphalion might look good actually with that. Oh, I have a Mortis. No way. I do have a Mortis in my inventory. Yeah, that would look pretty sick. That would actually look pretty sick. Yeah, Graphite as well. Graphite could look cool. All right, I'm actually sold. I'm actually sold. I think this is not. It's for a shit-themed inventory. Yeah. I'm actually sold. Okay, so as far as these driver gloves go, just to like, I mean, I don't want to speed things on too much or anything like that. I want to give every glove their due, but here's what I'll say. I thought there was one other pair of driving gloves that was like this. No, I'm just thinking of this. Yeah, okay. So we're getting into the snake territory. Which ones are these? Give me driver gloves. No, not Rizon the red. Just give me driving gloves. What are these ones called again, chat? Diamondback. Yeah. Okay. So Diamondback. These are Diamondback. Diamondback. I actually don't think these gloves are like by any means like particularly shit. I think they're kind of cool. My issue with these gloves is sort of the issue, and I've cited this a few times, but you know, it's genuinely a problem. That's there. My issue with these gloves is, what the hell do I run with these? Like, what do I like? They don't even look that bad or anything. The leather's nice, you know, the snake pattern's nice. Like, we all love king snakes, but like what do I run with these? You know what I mean? Like, they're not like, why wouldn't I just get like a slightly uglier pair? And like, I know I have the wear like really jacked up here, but like, even if we decrease it down to something a little bit, you know, like, where the hell do I run with these? Like, they're not bad. They're cool. They are cool. And king snakes are pretty expensive, right? So like, but I just feel like, you know, I don't think they're shitty by any means. I just think that they are, I think that they're like a very solid C tier. Maybe a low B. Maybe a low B. You know, maybe. You kind of like that with the lore? I mean, I'll be honest, man. The lore just looks fucking sick with everything. Let's not kid ourselves. I think that it's like, it's here. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, straight D tier. I wouldn't say it's D tier. I don't think it's D tier. I think a mid C tier right here. I think this is a little bit high. But I think that like right here is probably okay. It's not too offensive. I think that, I just think that like there's so many other things you could get instead. You know what I mean? They're just like a resounding eh. The Forest D-Pat. Fuck me, man. What, these are the buckshots are the recent ones, right? So they're the ones that Valve put in recently, and it was like Forest D-Pat. I can't remember looking at those. Yeah, these are no chance it's the same tier as Omega. I mean, look, man, like, I feel like maybe it's like here. I think maybe the webs are nicer. Whenever I see camo gloves, I flash back to Liz's "that boy on Tinder who fishes" comment. Exactly. Fucking speaking of, chat. Speaking of, look at these gloves. I think they're worse than Buckshot. Buckshot, I've been convinced, are actually cooler. I think that these are a low D tier. I think they're a low D tier. In fact, I'll be honest, I think a battle scarred this and this guy actually think that this is actually an accurate reflection of my feelings on these. Once again, battle scar. All right. You were right the first time. So we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt here because I'm going to trust you on this one. Let's see. I can see what you like. If you go for the rust coat, maybe here's what I'll say. Fredolino, the inside here, that's pretty sick. It takes on this sort of like crimson blood in the fingers. Like, that's really cool. These look like fucking Resident Evil, like Silent Hill gloves. The problem is the top is so ugly. It like, look at the top of those. The difference with the bronzed is that they actually looked really sick all over. These, I feel like, only look cool on the inside. They work really good with the bayonet. I don't think that they look as cool as the bronzed operation gloves, whatever they were called, the bloodhounds. But I do think that these are, yeah, a battle scarred bayo. Yeah, I can see it. I can kind of picture it. I think that actually this organization here is probably the way I like it. I think that the battle scarred bronze actually knocks it up a full tier to D, a low D tier. I think that's really cool. But I think that these gloves are just because honestly, if I was gonna get these, I would just get the buckshots. Like, I think the buckshots actually just look cooler, and I think that they actually have like a sort of a nicer vibe. Would it be cool if Valve made rust coat butterfly knives that don't open right away because of the rust? The problem is that nobody would want them because everybody wants the flashy animations. But yeah, some of these are but yeah, these are some of the weak battle scarred gloves. Yeah, I think that these looked really cool battle scarred. I think you were actually very correct about that. These, I'm a little bit, they're eh. All right, next up, yeah. So as far as these hand wraps go, like these sort of camo hand wraps, I forget what the fuck they're called, right? I think they're really close in my opinion to these. I might even rate them below the bronzed. Like, cause I actually did think that battle scar look was really cool. But to me, they're just, it's not that they're bad. It's just like, I have to get the name of these. It's just like, there's so many other hand wraps. We did spruce D-Pat, right? Which ones are these? Like, you can't even fucking tell, right? This is the fucking green. D-pad. Am I live on Twitch as well? No, just YouTube. Just YouTube, good sir. Why are they not? What are they called, chat? Arboreal. So, yeah. The Arboreal, honestly... Get to 80. They are very saturated colors. Yeah, gloves are weird in that some only work in Battlescard and others only work in Fact New. It's quite the contrast. It's interesting, yeah. There's some that work across the spectrum for sure, but they're rare. I think that these are okay. I think that honestly I'd probably rather take the Arboreal over the D-pad if I'm being honest. I think that these are actually cool. I like the brown. I'm a sucker for brown. And I actually do, like, even if you kick these down, they're pretty nice. Solid camo, to be honest. Yeah, I actually agree. I actually think maybe I'd kick them up just a little bit. I don't think I would go that far down, but these are cool, actually. I like the brown. I think the brown works for me. Yeah. These are nice. These are solid. These are solid high D tier. Like, I think that's fine. I think they're fine gloves. Okay, then these other plaids, right? Which ones are these? God. You know what the problem is, Chad? It's not that I don't know gloves all that well. It's that I haven't bought gloves in a really long time. So I'm just so out of touch on the actual names. And I will just say CSGO Stash doesn't really help me. The Lunar Weave, yeah, okay. So I am not the biggest fan of driver gloves. I'm just not really a huge fan. I think that they are cool, and I think that like the King Snakes are obviously a standout, but I think that other than that, I think that these don't look particularly great. I really don't know what the hell I would pair these with. Like maybe a phase 3 gamma, but like I don't really know. Fact driver gloves pretty much fact new or bust here. Yeah, I mean that's the rule with driver gloves, right? Like these are literally what 0.2s and they look like shit, right? Like now, mind you, the gap, and of course this server doesn't let me go 0.5, right? The gap between 0.2 and 0.15 is not insignificant. You can actually definitely find some 0.15s, like high field tested, or like low field tested that are actually quite nice. They don't even get dirty; they just get worse. Yeah, that's true. The inside's okay. I think there are other driver gloves that I would take over these. I don't think the color works. Night Stripe, Ursus. That's an interesting take, actually. Also, like maybe a Brightwater, maybe, but I don't think the color works. I just think that as far as driver gloves go, I genuinely don't think the color works. I will put them high D tier, but I honestly don't even think they make it to C tier. I'm just not into it. I'm not into it. I don't like the color. I don't think they work with anything. I just think they're a bit of a misfire, if I'm being honest. So, next up, more camo hand wraps, the Badlands. So these actually, you feel like you can peel the blue diamonds. I know, right? Like they just look like, they look cheap. They look, I don't know. They look like they're coming apart. They're just not, yeah. So, hand wraps. This, in my opinion, is an example of a hand wrap that works well. I actually like these. I think that with the right, it just so happens that lore looks pretty cool with these. I wouldn't necessarily maybe run a butterfly, but probably like I happen to have an M9, right? But I think like a bigger knife, like a bayonet, would look quite cool with these. Actually, I think a Kara might also look really cool. I like these a lot. I think these are actually a really cool glove. I think that these are a really cool glove. I think Badlands are really underrated. There are still hand wraps that I favor over these, but I do think that they are, you can just go with anywhere and use them for any combo. It's exactly it, man. They just like, you can literally like just get them as low as you want. They look good, you know? They got that little bit of that grime to them, but like in a good way, right? Like they look sick. They're nice colors. They just look authentic. Caution? No, we haven't got to caution yet. So I think these are nice. I think that Badlands are a very, very solid low B tier. I think that they are low B tier. I think that they are actually really cool. People are going to say that I'm absolutely fucking crazy for ranking them above Omega and Amphibious, but I just cannot overstate how much I hate these gloves. I think that these are actually really nice. Maybe very high B. Maybe very high B. Or sorry, very high C. But I think a low B tier is actually more reflective of how I feel about them. I think they're very nice. I might kick them down here depending on what makes it up to this category. But, oh, you're right, actually. This list is missing. Why is it missing Caution? Try them with a Talon Vanilla. All right, let's see. You've been right before, so let's see. I just realized, chat, is this list is missing Caution? But it has the new. Doesn't it have the new ones though? Or am I crazy? No, it doesn't actually. Oh shit, we're using here we'll do. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I didn't even notice this. Give me a second. It's okay. We can just transition it to a different list. Like I can literally screenshot this and then just put them in all the new one. But hold on. CS:GO gloves. Broken Fang. Here we go. Okay. So give me a second. All right, so just give me one sec, chat. We're gonna very speedily transpose all of these bad boys here. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't notice that. I was so busy on trying to find a server that I literally didn't even notice that this was missing the Operation skins. That's so funny. That is so funny. All right, Omegas go here. Amphibious goes here. Web. Where are those hideous fucking snake gloves? Let's just put all these bad boys down here. And I will do us all a favor. And I will kick the... I'll kick like the slightly nicer Operation gloves right to the top. Like, because there's the new Operation gloves, right? The what's it called? The Broken Fang ones. I'll just some of them are cool. Like the Emerald ones are cool. We'll go over it in a sec. Let me just minimize this so I can see it. And then there. You can see Dimitri's fantastic beauty custom monitor. That's the dream, bro. You think I unironically do a special shout out? Some of them are actually cool. Yeah, so let's see. So here's this. I'm just going to fill out what I have because this is the updated list, obviously. So we had transport here, and then we had the snakes here in between. Thank you. And then these guys are here. Where were the buckshots? Where are the buckshots, chat? Oh. I actually think these ones might, yeah. These two might actually think, I still am not sold on these, but these two might actually be, may need to be revisited, if I'm being honest. Okay, so, buckshot, there. Cool. And then these guys go here. Ugh. Oh, it's because we have an extra tier now, don't we? That's why. Oh god, this makes everything so complicated. Nah, I'm still gonna leave these in F tier. Have I done an AK tier list? No, I have not done an AK tier list yet. People keep asking though. The Emeralds are hella awkward? Do you really think so? I think they look actually kind of cool. I think I prefer these, if I'm being honest. But I do think the Emeralds are actually fairly cool. And then these guys go, yeah, ahead. Okay. Basically, that's it. Yeah. Okay. That's basically it. Cool. Okay. So, move my chat back over here so we can see. So, yes. Here's our list. We have the added extra tier. I will leave it. I think the actually added extra tier makes things interesting, if I'm being honest, just because I only want one S tier. Can you not put those? Okay, now you got an extra tier. Can you please put those horrible snake gloves in the same tier as Amphibious and Omega? All right. That's fair. I like them more than these Plaid, but that's fair. Okay, I'll do you that one, bro, because I do think that's actually. I actually may even kick the transports down to a high D now that we have this extra tier. The operation icons doesn't feel blended compared to the Gold Boys. That is definitely true. Yeah, that's definitely true. Thank you. You're welcome. No, I actually agree. To be clear, I actually agree, right? Like, because the problem with losing the extra tier is that you have one that just extends really far out, and then there's a big difference between a high C tier and a low C tier, right? That's the problem. So I actually like this division. I think that accurately reflects how I feel. All right, so these are not the dark ones. Are these the dark POWs? The booms? I actually just can't tell from the picture chat. No, these are the booms, right? Yeah, these are the booms. I knew that there was also the ugly ones. I am not a fan of these gloves. These like weird dark camo Motos. Yeah, the Third Commando Company. They run into, I actually think that the Moto gloves are really sick. The problem is that I don't know. I just don't know what you pair them with, man. I think they're actually even below all these. Yeah, these I think are actually cooler. I think maybe no. I think they just chill here. What do you look? They're not even. I told you, man. They're not even bad. They're not even bad gloves. I love Moto gloves, but like, what the hell do I pair them with? Like, it's the same problem the Transport has, right? It's just like the only ones that get away with it are the POWs because they're actually really, really, really sick. And depending on your tastes, like, yeah, I think we'll get to these in a second, but the booms I think are also really sick. But I think that for the Motos, like, I don't know what the hell you pair these with. I think that they're just not. There's so many other Motos you could get that are just a better glove. Okay, so now we're gonna get to what is I think sort of a mid take. Like, I don't think that it's a hot take, but I think that the Arids, and I own a pair of Arids, I have for a long time. I think, it put me back to this stage, didn't it? That's really unfortunate. I think that the Arids are really nice. I think that they are actually extremely, extremely cool gloves. I think we've seen a lot more people using them in recent years. And obviously you have to change the... Yeah. I think that we've seen a lot more people use them in recent years. And they are actually very, very, very cool. The only issue I have with these gloves, like, I think the tops look absolutely amazing with a lot of gloves, especially Lore. You can see it here. I know that this is an orange-themed stage, so it's going to look biased. But these gloves are incredibly, incredibly cool. They are super nice. I think it's Searson. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Searson for a long time ran these gloves with a BFK Lore. I believe Rops also has a pair of them. Minimum wear / field tested. So the pair I have is a high field tested. I have a pair of 0.15s and they look quite clean, obviously. I really like these. I like these a lot. I love the texture, this Pandora mirror texture. I am a massive fan of sport gloves that have the textured top. This like mesh, breathable. They look shine. It's what makes the Pandoras look so cool. It's just in a beige color. The only problem with these gloves is the camo inside. It's the only thing about these gloves that makes them, in my opinion, anything less than fucking excellent is the camo interior. That's the only like, if they had just picked a different color for the inside, like a different pattern. These gloves, however, are very, very, very cool. Very cool. Arids are criminally underrated. And in fact, it's interesting. When I first got into Arids a couple of years ago, the price was so cheap. Nobody was buying them. Like, nobody cared. And it feels like now, and I can, because I'm trying to sell a pair on Buff right now, right? I can see the price. It's like, it hasn't even doubled. It's like almost tripled, like what I paid for them. They have really, really, really gone up in price. Is this going to be a video? Yeah, it will be a video. The VOD will be permanently on the channel, but we're also going to do stream cut down. So if you have to duck out, you can absolutely tune in and see how the list ends. So I wouldn't even say it's a hot take. I don't think it's that hot of a take. I think Arids are A tier. I think that they are a low A tier, but I think that they are extremely fucking nice gloves. Very cool, and they are criminally underrated. They are so nice. Battlescar Emeralds are like $60. People don't appreciate a good low wear. It's true, man. It's because people want to flex. That's all it is, right? People just want to flex. Like, they just like the expensive gloves. And like, I know I have expensive gloves, and I sound like a hypocrite, but like, I will just say, like, there's a reason I still have my Arids, right? Like, sometimes I run my BFK lore with my Arids because I just think it looks cool. I just think that the combo is absolutely sick. When you can see it here, the combo is incredibly clean. Like, look at that, right? It's so sick. I think it's a very, 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 very underrated glove. Okay. Oh yeah, these ones. These are the recent operation. The recent operation ones. What the hell do they call these? Something hunter, big game hunter. Is that what it is? Big game. Big game. All right, so. Yeah, I got. Oh no, not knife. I'm so used to that. I got a bone to pick with these gloves, sir. Because my issue with these fucking gloves is that they do exactly what I hate that sport gloves do, which is the texture of the top is the problem. I didn't get any speed there. The texture is the problem. Right? It's not actually even the pattern that's super silly. Like, obviously, the camo thing is kind of dumb. But look at like, what is this texture? Like, what is this? These gloves are like, they look like they're like, the inside is cool. Mind you, this is a fairly high fucking, obviously, like, right, like reasonably high wear. But like, but like, what are these gloves? What are these gloves? Why? I don't even think that the orange is not cool, or like the base, like this, like that thumb, like the interior color, really cool. Actually, really cool. But the top, this spray on whatever real tree shit. Please try M9 Black Lamb Battlescar. Nope, not what I wanted. All right, let's see. M9. Oh, God. I actually, you know what the thing is, too? I love Black Lambs, too. I mean... What are we talking here? I mean... It doesn't hide the awful top, man. That's sort of it. It does not hide the awful top. The knife is sick. I think Black Lambs are fucking fire. I'm a huge Black Lamb enthusiast. But it does not hide the tops of these gloves, which are just... I would literally put them here. I think that they are even worse than... I would not say that they are worse than any of these, but I do think that they are worse than anything in this E tier. I think that they are a dumpster fire of a glove. Dumpster fire. All right, moving on. So, where are the driver gloves? Yeah, black ties, right? These are the black ties. Yeah, okay. Black ties. Let's go. Oh, and we have a Black Lamb equipped, so let's be really fucking biased. No, we can't do that, can we? I gotta go my own knife. It's way too biased if I fucking have a Black Lamb with the black ties. Okay, so these gloves definitely cool. Obviously, let me kick up the. Let's see. Yeah, let's go down to here. Obviously, we're not. Yeah, a nice 60%. That's what you're recommending. Really? The top is just... is just I would not run this, but that's just me. These I think are nice. I think the .2. I hate the wear on the knuckles. I do hate the wear on the knuckles. It's sort of the biggest issue I have. They work with high wear black knives. That's fair. That's fair. The search bar, Manuel, you can find the knife ranking vid. I think if you just we have a cut down on YouTube. So if you just have like Scory Sports knife, CS:GO knife rank, you'll find it. It'll be pretty obvious from the thumbnail. We put it up like a month ago or something. It's very recent. So I did it like a few weeks before I left. No problem, dude. Thanks for tuning in. These are very nice gloves. I'm actually not a fan of driver gloves for the reason that I hate how they wear. I hate how they wear. I hate the knuckles. I hate the top. Like it just feels like they are fac new or bust. And I do think that has to factor into the overall ranking. I also don't really like that they're not like sort of beefy, if that makes sense. Like I don't like how thin they are. I don't really like how kind of, you know, I think for me they're a really high B tier. I'm gonna say for me they're a really high B tier. And trying with the Kara, it's honestly not even the knife. Because it's just my issue with these gloves is the same issue with all driver gloves, which I just think they wear like shit. If you can get fac new, obviously look at that shit. Fucking look at that shit. But like, you know, I'm not simple. I can't afford fac new king snakes, right? Like they're just not, you know, it's I think a high B tier is honestly one of the reasons I put the Imperial Plaids up here is because I think that they wear better than the black ties. I think that they look better at a higher float than the black ties do. They just don't really work. I also just happen to prefer purple over hiding the knuckles, which is why it helps. That's true, actually, yeah, right. Yeah, they're cool. I mean, this is a very respectable place to be, right? Okay, the booms. I think the booms, guys, if you have not tried these gloves, like dead ass, I would seriously recommend that you go and try some of these because they are fucking cool. Like, these gloves are actually cool. I think that they are not as cool as the POWs, but I am going to put them... I think they're very close. I think it's just sort of like if you like black, and they also look, I will also say these gloves look like shit on this stage because of this yellow lighting. If you actually got them on a, I mean, we can change stages, but I sort of don't mind the light here. I actually think these look a lot better. And here you just can't see anything, but can I go on the white level again, please? Yeah, let's, oh. Hold on, I have to actually focus for this one. I have to come at it lower. Nope, that's too much. Too much. Sorry, guys. Let me just watch Dimitri surf real quick. Oh! Can't wait for that one German guy to react to this. There we go. Okay. No, there's one more, right? Yeah. This is the blue one. These are the transports. These are not the gloves that we are currently ranking. Can I actually choose stage? I didn't realize. I always just surf through them. It's exclamation point S. What the hell do I do? Hold on. Why did this put me the first stage? Stage, what is it, 8? Stage 9? How do I do it? Maybe ask my stage? Put me back to 1. I was actually, someone sent me the clip last night of Onipixel doing the fucking, me and my friends were pugging and we were dying to the clip of him going, Dick Patton Huntsman! Dick Patton Huntsman! Actually, when he was spectating the major match. So funny, dude. Dick Patton Huntsman! Dick Patton Huntsman! It was so good. Dude, Oni cracks me up, man. The reason he cracks me up is because he's so funny when he doesn't even know he's being funny. You know what I mean? like a lot of other streamers like try too hard. You know what I mean? Like they try to be like raucous or riotous, or they try to be like, and he actually is just so funny without even trying to be funny. I think he's hilarious. Yeah, big fan of when he picks. Okay, so, well, we're back on the red stage, which is absolutely not gonna fly. So let's do a little bit of a. The orange is not that bad. I'll be honest. The orange is not that bad, but I think the blue is probably. If I was gonna do either one, I'd probably just do the blue. This is my least favorite one, guys. I don't know why. You know what it is? I keep getting too much air on this one. Here, I'm just going to practice my surfing real quick. I haven't surfed in like a few months, actually. I surf a lot, for those who don't know. I haven't surfed in like months. I'm so rusty. Now it's too low. He's so chill yet so funny. Yeah, no. He strikes like this like perfect balance, honestly. There. Oh. We're almost there. So how's your day going, chat? Lost all my momentum. That's fun. Do I own this channel or do I work for this channel? No, The Score is a sports media company that I work for. I do not own this channel. No single person owns this channel, I assure you. Oh, does he make it? No. All good. You? I'm chilling, bruv. You know? Having a nice little vibe sesh here, actually. Kind of fun to be able to surf, honestly, in the middle of the list. And it's the next one, right? That's the, yeah. Yay! White stage. Awesome. We're back. Can we join the server? Yeah, if you want. Sure, right? This is the... I'm gonna get doxxed. Yeah. Alright, so. But yeah, love me some field-tested gloves. Bro, field-tested gloves are criminally underrated. Not that I want to... people have this idea that you have to go, like, min-wear or bust or whatever. It's not true. Okay, so... Yeah, I made my point about the booms. I think the booms are sick. I really do think it's worth showing them here. They are very, very, very nice gloves. And I think that honestly, people don't give them, especially as far as black gloves go, people don't really give them as much of a fair shake. I do think if you can get them in like as close, like, yeah, like I know these are like the fucking fiction float, but like, the Faction are just too flashy. If you can get them in like the point like 1.3, which I can't show on this server, but if you can just get them, you can see here 0.2 is not great. It's a little too worn, but these gloves are actually cool. They are actually cool in low wears. Yeah, I think that if you go really low, other way, they're sick. What am I doing? Other way. Yeah. They are actually really cool. But I think that honestly, like a very respectable, like a high field tested or mid-wear is honestly fire. Anyway, I made my point about them. I don't think they're as cool as POWs. I think POWs are cooler, but I think that they're a very, very underrated glove. Okay, blood pressures, homie. If you don't think that the blood pressures, when this operation first came out, blood pressures were dead ass the knife that I looked at, and I was like, that's going to be the most expensive knife of the operation. The carbon fiber knuckle guard is really, really cool. Really, really, really cool. Let's go back to 80. These gloves are sick. These gloves are sick. You need a red knife, which is fine. You need a red inventory, which is fine. I hate red skins. I don't like red skins, and I think that these gloves slap. I think they're really, really, really sick. I think these gloves are absolutely amazing. I know Kenny was running them for a while. They're really, really, really cool. These with like, I think Kenny was running them with a crimson, a ruby Kara. Very, very sick combo. Absolutely sick combo. I think these are really, really, really cool. They're not for everybody because I think that they are a little bit sort of like icky to some people, But I think that they're a sick glove. I really like the carbon fiber on the top. I think that I would rate these gloves. I would probably rate them at a very high B tier. I think they're very. I don't know if they quite make it into A tier, but I do think that they are a very high B tier. I think they're really, really, really cool. I think they're really, really, really cool. In fact, I think I'm actually put POWs above black ties. I won't put the booms above black ties, but I do think the POWs are above. So yeah, very personal gloves. Yeah, they're very hit or miss. They're very hit or miss. You have to like really like them. But I think that with certain red skins, like personally, if I had a red inventory, I would run these over the crimson kimono. That's just me though. Okay. Oh Jesus. Look, I'll save us all a bunch of fucking time right here, man. These gloves are horrible. They're just the same problem that these all have. Like, look, maybe I'll be like mildly respectful and like put the Omegas above the overprints because I do think that they are pretty sick. I also happen to really like lore, but like these gloves are just horrible. Like, it's not the color, it's the texture. Who wants this? What the hell are they called again? Is it the Nox? Or is Nox the black one? No, Nox is the black one. What is it? Oh, sorry. I really don't want to have to look it up. No, those are actually cool. What are they called again? Morph? Is it Morph? Bronze Morph? Really? Oh, God, yeah. Oh, these are just horrible. Like, these are just horrible gloves. These are 0.2s, right? I'm not crazy. These are fucking 2s. These are 0.2s, and look at the wear on these. It's this plasticky, awful... And the thing is, the inside... Yeah, even factory, they feel like they were made in a sweatshop and got some polish dumped on them. This is what I'm saying, man. This awful, cracky, plasticky texture. They're just so dumb. I like the colors. I actually think the colors work. They're bright. They're vibrant. They're cool. The problem is they just don't work. And the best part is that if you wanted the red inside, if you wanted the red interior, you would literally just get slingshots, which are just cooler. They're just a cooler version of the glove. I just think these gloves are C tier. They're C tier. I just think that they're really not great. All right, the time has come. The time has come. I'm sure y'all gonna have thoughts about this. Driver gloves. No, excuse me. Sorry, guys. I've been doing this for a while, so I'm starting to get a little. Where's the caution? Is caution not here? Oh, I'm in driver gloves. Yeah, sorry. Speaking of me getting long in the okay, caution. Yeah, caution. So like Fertolinio says, it's either A or it's E, depending on who you ask. They are either super sick or super not sick, depending on who you ask. I think these gloves, I don't like them. My only issue with these gloves is that I don't think that they wear particularly well when you go up or down. This is sort of my issue with these gloves. They sort of look like these are okay at 0.2, but if you go to like the fiction land, right? Like up here, they look almost like fake, like they're too bright. They like actually, I also play with digital vibrance obviously, but they sort of like blind me. I don't like it. I think you need to get them in like something between a 0.8, like a 60 and an 80%. It's got to be somewhere in between there. Personally, I think that they are cool. I think that they work for me. They're not my favorite hand wraps, but I do think that they work for me. They don't really go with anything, but I do genuinely feel that that's sort of the point, right? It's kind of like with the duct tape. The point is that they don't really go anything. They sort of just clash with everything. I think that they are a very high B tier. They are, for me, a very high B tier. That's it. I think they're super sick. They clash. They're awesome. They're sort of out there. They're fun. Like when I first saw them, I was like, oh, that's so cool, right? Like caution tape. Like, oh, that's cool. Like it works for me. It works for me. No knife in the game goes with them. What I'm saying, man, is that's kind of the point. Like I know Twists was running them for a little while, right? And like I forget what he was running them with, but I think it was like, if you run these gloves, man, you just run them with like a sapphire. You know what I mean? Like you just go out there and you just like take something like a really, you know, like vibrant Doppler, and you just throw them with these gloves, and you just have a really like, you know, like iconoclastic combo, right? And it works. It works. They are cool. They are genuinely cool. Black Lambs, Pickle says. Black Lambs would also look really good with these. All right, these are the slightly lighter moguls, right? What the hell are these ones? No. This is the, what are they called again? These are operation ones. Yeah, the specialist gloves, the lieutenant commanders. So I actually think, I told you, I've said it, chat, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. Just this is just one of my preferences. You're just going to have to live with it. I don't really like specialist gloves. I just don't. I'm not really a huge fan of specialist gloves. That said, I think that these specialist gloves are really cool. I think that they are they go with so much, because you can use a blue knife because of the camo pattern. You can go allure like I did because of with these like accents, the orange accents. You could even go vanilla. I like the beige. The beige and the blue works for me, with like the yellow or orange, whatever accents works for me. I'm not like in love with them, because like I said, I don't really like specialist gloves, but I do think that of the specialist gloves, they are cool. They are a cool contrast that go with a fair number of skins. As for where they rank, maybe here. Maybe here. Low C. I put mid C. Mid C. Mid C. I'll still put the Omegas higher, because I do think that the Omegas are like, you know, a high C tier. I think that the overprints are slightly cooler, but I think that they are cooler than these. Yeah, I think it's a fairly innocuous place to put them. The Constrictors. Okay, I think that these are pretty sick. I do have a soft spot for hand wraps. I think these are really cool. You're talking about the bronze morphings of the duller knife and my vanilla. Yeah. These hand wraps are very, very cool. I really, really like these. I think that texturally they're insanely sick. I like this like snake. Like, it's not just the color of the snake skin, which is obviously sick, but it's the texture. I like these a lot. I think they're very unique hand wraps. I think they're extremely cool. I actually, personally, I think they're cooler than Caution. I actually really, really like these a lot. I think they're extremely sick. I think that they're really, really nice. Those Battlescar with Rust Coat is amazing. I've actually seen that combo. Yeah, they are very cool. I think they look good in a low float. They look good in a high float. There's really no bad, like, it just feels like they go with so much, honestly, just because they're so fucking cool. Like, I would love to run these with a ruby. If I had a ruby, I would run it with these, actually, like either blood pressures or these, because I'm not really a fan of the kimono. The only non-ops gloves that even come close to their Battlescar goodness. Yeah, they're so sick, dude. They're so sick. They just look so good. I like these gloves so much. I think they look really, really, really cool. I think they look really, really, really cool. I like these a lot. I have them in a high B. I actually like them more than I like the Caution. And these are sort of a toss-up. I really do like blood pressure quite a bit, so I think that I might rank them above the Caution here. But I think the Constrictors are actually so fucking clean. Oh, shit. Please save. Thank you. Yeah, I just, what was I going to say? Motos that are blue, and again, are the wrong blue. They don't really go with much for me. What are the light ones called? Oh, what are the light ones called? Am I blind again, chat? I'm not blind. Cool mint. So this is the problem with these gloves, is that they just sort of, again, don't really go with anything. There's like Bright Waters. They go with Bright Waters. I give you that. But other than Brightwater, I don't really know what the fuck you do with these, right? Like what called again? Spearmint? No. Coolmint. There's Spearmint and Coolmint. Yeah, obviously let's Brightwater knives are mid. That's the problem. Brightwater knives aren't even that nice to begin with. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think you'd be insane if you ran a Sapphire with these. I don't. I think that like they would be look okay, but you would probably just want to run a Polygon. Brad just says the darker blue Motos are better. I think they're called Polygon. Yeah, the Polygons, in my opinion, are just the right blue, and these ones are just the wrong blue. They just don't go with anything. Aside from Brightwater, they're just not great. They're not bad gloves. I would rate them above the Transport, I think. But I just don't really think they work for me. Hi D. And then yeah, so these other ones, the Crimson Weaves. Look, they obviously go. It's sort of the problem with these gloves is the same we've already outlined with these other driver gloves. There's just other gloves that do their job better. I think that these plaids genuinely go with nothing. I obviously don't think that's true for the red plaids. There are tons of red loadouts that go well with these. With the Crimson Weaves. I think Crimson Weaves are cool. I think they're genuinely cool. I think it's Rops who wears the Crimson Weaves. Those are cheap dominatrix gloves. That's funny. It's Rops, right? Who has the Crimson Weaves. I think does that seem right, chat? Does that seem right, or is that too high? I think if you like red skins, which I don't, so I'm trying to like offset that fact, right? I don't really like red skins. You think someone says too high, someone says too low. Like, can you argue against that? I think that they are better than the webs. I think they're better than definitely all of these. I do like them more than I like the black ties, but I like the fucking booms more. So I'm gonna put the booms here. And I like the cobalt skulls more than I like the black ties. I'm just taking a chance to re-inventory everything. I think this is a good place to put them. I love reds, but those are not. What, maybe here then, chat? How do we feel about here? Maybe the sport, but I just like, are they better than the sport gloves? Like these shitty sport gloves? Can I post a YouTube link? I don't know, actually. You'll have to see. Like, I don't think it's gonna like ban you. Are they better than the sport gloves? No. Okay. Well, I think that they are better than these Crimson Webs because I do just think that the Crimson Webs basically only go with Crimson Web knives, but they do look really good with the Crimson Web knives, which is why they're in C tier. But Omega bias tier, but no chance. All right. I mean, look, this is a good place to put them. I think this is a fairly innocuous place to put them. I don't really like driving gloves, and I don't really like red. I could put them fucking here, bro. Okay, these, maybe here? This seems good. Like something like this. I know they're just going lower and lower, which I'm okay with that. I'm okay with pulling these lower and lower because I don't like driving gloves and I don't like red gloves. So like to me, these are basically fucking D tier, but I'm just making sure y'all aren't going to like lynch me or something. Just please don't come for me. Genuine D tier. They feel like toys. D feels right. All right. I'm fine with that. Okay. Let's move on. Honestly. All right. It's not that deep. What the hell are these called again? What are these called? Oh, the desert Shamak. Yeah. Okay. So these, I really like hand wraps. And I just feel like these don't really work for me. And I'll tell you why they don't really work for me. I feel like they have this like, I just feel like they do look better than I remember. You know my issue with these? I like the color. I like the vibe because I told you I really like hand wraps. The problem is that they feel like they're trying to be like designer Louis Vuitton or something. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just not really into. I'm not really into that. The Louis Vuitton gloves, yeah. I'm not really into that. It's not like I really like driver gloves, and these ones for me just don't really work because I just don't really like. Yeah. 40% is your jam. I think they look good in all wears, if I'm being honest. I think they look good in all wears. That looks nice. Yeah, that looks really sick. I like that a lot, actually. That's cool. That's really cool. I think they look good. I just honestly, I think that they're cool. I do think they are nicer than these camo ones. I do. I think that are they nicer than Turtle? That's hard. I don't think so. Thoughts on blood pressure motos with a Karambit Autotronic? I love blood pressures, hence why I have them so high. I just don't like Autotronic. But I do think that the combo works well. I think that this is a good place for them because I really do like hand wraps. So like they're still B tier for me. I don't think that they, yeah. Like I would even take the Cobalt Skulls above these, and I don't really like the Cobalt Skulls. Okay, duct tape. All right, so duct tape, I feel, and I'm sure we all agree, is very, very akin to the cautions insofar as you basically love them or you hate them. Personally, they don't work for me. I just don't really like them, man. I think that they wear, unlike basically every other hand wrap, they don't wear particularly well, which is so crazy because like obviously if you get FAC new, they look better, but even then they look like rubber, right? Like it's too shiny, it's too like, right? And I know this is the fiction float, but still, I think that if you get them in like a 0.2, they wear badly, which is so crazy because like the whole point of hand wraps is that they look better the lower the float goes, right? I don't like these, and I like a lot of hand wraps personally. Oh, I think they look so wrong in the 20s. It's funny. They look terrible, bro. They look terrible. Like, no matter what you do, right, down to tier, like, they look like shit. And then if you put them up here, they also look like shit. Like, right, like, here they look bad. This looks like rubber. This is too clean. This is the problem, right? It's way too clean. And then if you go all the way down, I hate these. I just hate them. I do think they look better with wear if I had to like pick one, but I just hate them. I just don't like them at all. I think, and I look like I love hand wraps, and I really really don't like them. I just don't know where to put them. Like, here, honestly, maybe here. Maybe here. And this guy's had it. Look, man, I don't know. I just think they look bad. There's so many better decisions for hand wraps. There's so many better. Even if you don't like caution. Even if you don't like caution, there are so many better decisions. I'm just not D tier 4th place. But come on, man. Surely even these are nicer. Surely even these are nicer. I feel okay about this right now. They don't work for me. And it's not because they're duct tape. It's not because, like, in principle they don't work for me. They just don't work for me in execution. They don't work for me in execution. Not a fan. All right, so... Oh yeah, these one I always these are the smokeouts. Yeah, because I always mix up black tie and smokeout. So I'm not crazy, right? No, these are the smokeouts. Which ones are these? chat here. The Eclipse. Yeah, the Eclipse are fine. They have the problem that a lot of Moto gloves have, which is I'm not really sure who these are for. Like, I'm not really sure, like, what loadout is this supposed to go with? Like, is it supposed to go with a lore because of the accents, or is it supposed to go with a blue steel, right? Like, I don't really know what these are supposed to go with. Yeah, the Moto gloves default. I just think there are a lot of Moto gloves. Literally, even like the transports are like cooler. I just don't think they're particularly nice. I either here or like I don't think that they're worse than the camos. I don't think they're worse than the camos, but I do think that they're like pretty not good. Unironically, using the default knife works with them. Interesting. D. Yeah, I mean, I think bottom D tier is probably fine. I think that's fine. All right, let's fucking go. Let's get a real glove on this list. What do you say? Okay, so, chat, I've said this before many times now. I hate specialist gloves. I'm really not a fan. But Emerald Web is a glove. This is a glove. And if you have, I have to show it for this one, just to make the point. If you have an emerald, which, let's be honest, most of us don't. Oh, that's what I want. Oh, because the wear. That's so funny. Yeah, if you have an emerald, this is a very nice combo. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite green combo. It's not my favorite. But I do genuinely think that it is a very nice glove. And again, this is coming from somebody who hates specialist gloves. I don't like them. I think they're just cheap and rubbery and ugly. I hate them. But I do think that this is a nice glove, and I think that it pairs extremely well. Let's not even say emerald, because, like, honestly, no one owns an emerald. Phase 4. Phase 4, really nice. A Phase 4 with these gloves looks absolutely fucking inspired. It's really cool. You can do a 2 or a 1. Sorry, not a 1. I meant, yeah, the buttons are inverted. You can do a 1 or a 2. I meant not a 3. 3 does not go. 1 or 2 works. But I do think that these gloves are actually very nice. And again, this is coming from somebody who genuinely really does not like these gloves at all. So, like specialist gloves. The web is really cool. The green is really cool. It's best Fire Serpent gloves. I own a Fire Serpent, and I can attest. I would run it. Bowie Phase 4, yeah. Bowie Phase 4, clean. Very clean. Try some Phase 4, so Shadow Daggers, yeah. I mean, it's any Phase 4. It really doesn't matter. Like, it genuinely does not matter. These gloves are very nice. I would say... Low A tier. I actually think these are a low A tier glove. I think that they are very nice. I think that they are really nice. B needs an extension. I know, but this is always going to happen. I could put them here, but I just feel like they are a very good glove. Maybe here. Maybe. Like, we can see. But I just think that they are a if I'm going to put Arids up here, because I do really love Arids, and I think they look, it just feels really disingenuous to not put... Dude, CSGO players do the most 12-year-old kid combos and themes. Like, yeah, my inventory is green, red, or blue. How did you know? I don't disagree. I'm somebody who doesn't color match my inventory, right? So it's the fact that I'm saying that, like, this works well with green should really... These better than Arid. I actually think this is okay. I actually am not opposed to this. Even though I personally like the Arids more, I actually don't think this is an insane ranking at all. These are very cool gloves. They are very, very cool gloves. The bright colors work, and they work really well for you know, for what they are. This seems fair to me. Oh, your favorite, eh? Your favorite, the emeralds. All right, let's bring them up just for our boy. Oh, I don't want that. Back to the gloves. Okay, so they're hydras, right? Were they? No, they weren't hydras. They are bloodhounds. Emeralds. I mean, I'm sure you're gonna want me to really jack these down, right? Look, man, the skull is pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty fucked up. You know, I'll give you that. It's pretty chalked. No broken fang emerald. Okay, I forgot which one they were. Oh no, wait a minute. Broken fang. There they were. Jade. Is this it? Which was this? Oh no, this was the. Oh, it's the fucking Hydra. Okay, yeah. Look, I'm gonna save it. I'll put them here. I think that they are not as cool as these. Maybe I could be persuaded, but let's see. So you want these are Hydra. That's what fucked me up, is that I didn't pick Hydra. Emerald. Okay, now factory new, you say. Okay, hold on. All right, and I'm running them with a lore too, right? So like, it's not gonna look particularly nice. I do like that mesh on the bottom. I do think it's nice, even if we kick it down like, you know, something a little more reasonable. They look nice. They're okay. All right, okay. They're cool, actually. Give you a nice phase 1 huntsman. All right. Where's the Hunsamane? Huntsman, shoe skin. Let's not sugarcoat, says Prakar. No, come on. That's pretty clean, bro. That's pretty clean. I would probably... take. I'm not going to do an emerald because literally everything looks good with an emerald. I would probably still take the phase 4 if I'm being completely honest. But I do think this is actually not bad. I think this is actually pretty cool. So I mean, like, I'm willing to kick these up even here. That buckshot combo is sick, but I think that more Dopplers work with this. So I actually think this looks nice. It's pretty sick. I'll say it's pretty sick. Yeah, that's valid. Okay. Okay. Marble Fade specialist. So let me go to my own knife so I can. Nope, don't do that. My own knife. Glove. So marble fades, they go really well with marble fades. That's really the long and the short of it. They are very clean. Yeah, this is about to be a long video. I really feel bad for the editor who has to cut this down to 50 minutes. They're very cool. I like the inside. The red and blue inside works well for me, especially that like really bright blue on the inside of the wrist. They're very nice. You have to run them, I think, with the marble fade combo, basically. But there are exceptions that I've seen that work, especially depending on sort of how Coalition M4A4. Interesting, actually. S or A. I think. Oh, I just realized I inverted them. I was reviewing the marble fades, but these were the actual fades. So we'll do the marble fades, and then we'll do the. So I think, personally, I think that they are probably. I personally like the constrictors better, but I do think that these are a very high B. I think that they are a very high B. As for the regular fade, I literally think it's the same. I just think that the regular fade is just ever so slightly nicer. Yes, the blue. You know what it is, chat? It's the blue. You see this blue, how it's a little bit lighter than here? I'm not going to switch it in the game, but you'll see right here. That blue, it's a little too dark on the marbles. It's a little too dark on the marbles. I think I can just actually give it to you really easily. Yeah, see? That blue, really clean. Really nice. Yeah. Fades with a fade, absolutely sick. Absolutely sick. Yeah, huge fan. Huge fan of these. All right. These are the... What the fuck? Oh, God, Chad. I'm so, like... So many fucking specialist gloves I have to get through that I just absolutely hate. Where are we talking here? What are we talking here? We may actually speed a few of these along because the field agents, yeah. I think, long and the short of it, I think field agents are... like... here. I think the Crimson Webs are nicer. I think these are actually cool because they have that sort of same blue that the Faye glove have. But like the actual glove is nice, but I just think the yellow and the blue, it kind of works. It doesn't really. I don't know. I think that they're not as nice as the Webs, and I think that they're actually not even as nice as these. Could be high D, but I think that it's sort of, yeah, maybe high D's better. Oh yeah, these ones. These are just I just don't even, like, what do you do with these? Legitimately, what do you do? Kitchen floor gloves. Kitchen floor. Javex gloves. Yeah, what do you do with these gloves? I think that they are slightly better than the Eclipse because that is actually how bland I think these gloves actually are. At least they're like slightly more interesting and they have this cool lime green. But I like, what do I say, right? They don't go with anything. They're just not, they're so weird. They're just so out there and not in a particularly good way, if I'm being honest. Yeah. I'm just not, I'm not into it. All right, so, oh yeah, these are lovely. So I'm not really not a fan of Specialist, but these orange ones are quite cool, actually. The only issue I really have with these gloves is that the foundations, the only really issue I have with the foundations is that they go with fucking nothing except Tiger Tooth. And now there are actual Tiger Tooth gloves. So I don't really know what you do with these gloves. I don't really know what you do with them. They're actually kind of cool. They are lovely. I think they're a cool glove. I just don't really know. I don't really know what you do with these. Like, right? Like, they just don't work for me. I honestly, in spite of the fact that I actually do think they're sick, I think I sort of have to put them here. Because I think the Crimson Web works better for what they are. I don't know what you pair these with, but I do think these are actually cooler than these stupid blue ones. The Leopard. For me, it is... They don't work as well as the Constrictors. I think that they are cool, but they just don't work as well for me. And I think I would probably put them just below Cobalt Skull. This is probably where I would put them. I just think that they are cooler than the fucking Gucci Louis Vuitton gloves. They are not as cool as Cobalts, and then they don't even come close to Constrictor. I think that they are sort of here, B tier. They're still cool. They look kind of nice, honestly, but I just don't think that. I don't think that they're, yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hedge Maze. Are we ready, chat? Are we ready? What's the take on Hedge Maze? These gloves are absolutely fucking god tier. These gloves are so fucking sick. No, they are not overrated. These gloves are so fucking sick. It is absolutely staggering. Genuinely staggering how cool they are. Unfortunately, they are very bright, as Fertolinio just pointed out. They are very bright, and they don't really go with anything. Like, they don't. The thing is, like, ironically, they actually don't go with Emerald as well as the what's it called, the Emerald Webs. The Emerald Webs, I think, actually go better in spite of the fact that these are cooler gloves, and I would rather own these. I don't think that the greens... Yeah, I don't like how blindingly bright they're, genuinely flashbangs. Exactly. They're just like... You can see the darkness of the Emerald, and the Emerald is the brightest green skin, right? And this is noticeably darker than these gloves. I do think that these gloves are absolutely God tier. I think that they are genuinely incredible, and I think that, like, really, they are, in my opinion, the best A tier glove. They are the best A tier glove. They are genuinely so fucking sick. It's just, there's nothing like them. All the colors are perfect. The darkness they have does, someone just mentioned this, and this is why, does the darkness on the top does what the Vice fails to do. Like, the Vice just has this stupid fucking charcoal that nobody asked for and that just clashes with the glove. The Hedge Mazes have this lovely gray that just somehow actually complements the bright greens. These gloves are amazing. If I didn't own Pandora's, these are the sport gloves that I would own. For sure. And I don't have any green skins. Well, I have a Fire Serpent, but that's it. I really, really, really like these. They're incredibly, incredibly cool. And it also doesn't have the black on the thumb. It has the white, and the white is lovely. The white is really nice. The white actually makes these gloves. Get a room if you want to keep sucking these gloves off. They're amazing, bro. I've been shitting on gloves all day. It's nice to finally be able to compliment some. Yeah, they're very, 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 very cool. Let me just, my own knife back. Yeah, and even with this, they look really, really sick. Urban Mask with them. Just any knife. Yeah, that's cool. I see that. That's cool. I like that. They don't feel too cheap to me. I think that they are very, very, very nice gloves. The Vices feel way cheaper to me than these do. I think that they're very, very nice gloves. They are, for me, the highest A tier glove, for sure. Okay, so the leopard ones, right? Like, are they called snow leopard? Is that what they're actually called? I can actually just easily solve this. Drivers, snow leopard. And there's 30 seconds left in this map. So, yeah, these gloves are extremely cool. I do think that they are not as cool as the King Snakes. I don't like the fur. It doesn't work for me. The texture is not really into it. They are very nice gloves. I'm not shitting on them. I'm just explaining why I don't like them as much as I like the King Snake. Yeah, I'm not really into it. Mom's handbag. Yeah, that's sort of how I feel, to be completely honest. I just think that they work basically like, one second, let me see if I can pull this up. Oh, it literally just fucking, that's fine. Okay. They are basically just worse King Snakes. Like, they are honestly just worse King Snakes. I don't think that they're shitty gloves by any means. I just don't think that they really work for me. Yeah. I would say basically low A, right? Probably here. I actually like Arids better. I do actually like Arids better. So I'm gonna keep them here. But they look really nice with Black Lamb. They probably look really nice with even just like a nice vanilla, honestly. I thought I timed out for a second. No, my brain just timed out. Yeah, I think that they're fine. Kimonos. Look, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't fucking like specialist gloves, and I'm so fucking sick of filtering through all of them. That said, I recognize that as far as specialist gloves go, the kimonos are really cool. The way they fade from the front to the back is actually extremely clean. And I think that if you are someone who has red skins, you would like these. Like, I think that they work really well. You can see, like, they are pretty sick. Yeah, you do need a good red for them to be sick. They are very expensive, but they are absolutely, like, I think that they are absolutely A-tier gloves. I do think they're probably just below the webs for me because I think that you don't necessarily need the crimson, or sorry, the emerald webs to be as clean for them to look sick, and I think that's a good tick in the emerald's favor. But I think that they are very, very, very nice gloves. You could argue they look nicer. The only problem for me is that they are just... they need to be really expensive, to look that good. But they do. They look and feel really sick, and this is coming from somebody who hates specialist gloves and who hates red gloves. Yeah, I think that they are actually... Oh, I just changed gloves. They're actually quite nice. King Snakes. Okay, so I'm also gonna make an adjustment. I do think that I'm gonna kick these down to here. I've been thinking about it for the last couple of days, and I do think I'm looking them down to here. I think they are too high. We put these here. I think they were literally the first glove on the list, and I put them in A tier. I do think that they should be on the bottom of A tier. Okay, it's time for the King Snakes. Everybody knows that King Snakes are S tier if they are factory new. That's the rule. All right. For those who don't know, why am I in specialist gloves? Get me off these horrible gloves. King Snakes are very, 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 very nice if you get them. Let's go to the fiction float. Let's actually go to the fiction float. Yes, these gloves are absolutely fucking divine. They are super, super, super cool. Very, very, very cool. There are very few things in CS that actually rival how a factory new King Snake. They are very, very nice. In my opinion, they are the second best A tier behind Hedge Maze. I think that the Hedge Maze edges it out for me just because I think that they're more exciting. They don't need to be as clean as the King Snakes to look good. And when King Snakes don't look factory new, they look so mid it hurts. They look so mid. You can actually see it. Like, let's really go down here. They just look so cheap and not great. And... They look good with just about anything, man. If you have these gloves in factory new, you can run everything from, like Fertolino says, you can Damascus, you can run Sapphire with them, you can run Fade. It doesn't matter. It actually does not matter. If you have a clean version of these gloves, they go with actually like any knife, any sick knife. They're very, very nice. I'm gonna put them behind Hedge Maze because I honestly just think Hedge Mazes are nicer. But I do think that they are very, very nice. Leather hand wraps are, in my opinion, the best hand wraps in the game and among some of the best gloves in the game. And they are so fucking cheap. They are so fucking cheap. You can get them in a good float like this. You can get them in a shitty float like this, and they arguably even look better. Leather hand wraps are absolutely fucking amazing. They're genuinely amazing. In my opinion, there are very, very, very few gloves that actually rival the leather hand wraps just in terms of sheer aesthetic. And it's so great, right? Because they're honestly, God, I keep overshooting this one. It's so funny because they're so cheap. Like these gloves, I think someone has to actually remind me. Oh. Battlescarred put a Falcon on that boy. Trying it on the right side this time. Yeah, for those who just came in, this is the one stage chat that I can't. Literally up to everything else, no problem. This is the one stage that I just absolutely hate. I can't do it on the right side for some reason. I love leathers. They are the only glove that I don't own that I am genuinely thinking about buying and wearing like as a supplement to my Pandoras. I love these gloves. I think they're so fucking cool, and I think there's like just about nothing that they don't go with. Just trying to get to the last stage so we get the white again. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, W take $150 for field tested. $150 for field tested, and they are among the nicest fucking gloves in the game. They are so cool, and there is like nothing they don't go with. I think that these gloves are like dead ass, unironically. Am I gonna get absolutely spit roasted if I do this? Am I gonna get actually murdered? Am I gonna get murdered if I put them above Vice? These gloves are $100, and they are genuinely the nicest gloves. I genuinely think that these gloves are like, they look so, Dimitri, you know to go to a therapist. Dude, they look so good. They look so good. Now, I can be persuaded. It's funny, actually, Fertolino, I actually don't mind them. You know, obviously this is like the fiction float, but I don't mind them on a really, really, really high float, actually. I actually genuinely think that if you get them in like factory new, they actually look really, really, really sick. They don't look too clean for me. I actually think they look really, really cool. Hand wraps on S, Sigma male grind set. They look very, 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 very good. I think that they look insane. I love the aesthetic. I love how tasteful they are. I personally think that they are nicer. Why can't you just give me my tier list, bro? Thank you. Personally, I think they're nicer than Vice, but I'm gonna get absolutely like just shellacked if I'm out here saying that. I know what people are gonna say. They're gonna say that I'm yeah. What does you like about them besides the price? I love the style. I love the fact that they are just actually cloth and leather hand wraps. Like there's just something about the aesthetic that is really, really, really clean, in my opinion. Really clean. They don't have an edgelord look. They don't have like someone said earlier, a 12-year-old, like I have a blue inventory, right? Like they look so genuinely cool, so genuinely simple. They're so elegant, right? Like you just can't go wrong with leather hand wraps. They're so, I don't know, man. Like yeah, it's a good question. What do I like? And it just so happens that they're $150 for field test. Like it just so happens that they're very tasteful, really cool, and you really don't have to pay a lot of money for them at all. It's my list. Put them where I want. A lot of people are gonna hate it if you put them up the most expensive gloves in the game. Yeah, well, I mean, ask people what they think about the Fire Serpent, right? These are the gloves you buy if you want good gloves with no blunt. If anyone comes to me and asks me, and I get this question a lot, actually, a lot. What is the best budget glove buy in CSGO? It's leather hand wraps. 100%, dude. They are so sick. They're so tasteful. They go with literally everything. They look good in like every float. Like they look sick the more down you go, right? They look really, really cool down here. And then they also look really, really cool up here. And they're not expensive. Yeah, they're sick. Look, I could be persuaded to do this. I'm not going to be an asshole. All right, I can be persuaded. I understand people really like Vice. And I like Vice too. Like, I do like Vice. I have them up here for a reason. The fact that I think they're overrated is just because I think that Hedge Maze is nicer. And I think that there are things about the Vices that I would change if I could. Like, if Valve made me king for a day, there are things that I would change. But that's it. I can do this. I can live with this. This is fine. I can live with this. But leather hand wraps go hard. They slap. And if you don't agree, I encourage you to reevaluate. Moguls here. I own a pair of these gloves. That's why I'm so quick to rank them. I just sold a pair yesterday. I think that the blue is nice. They actually do go with lore pretty nicely because of that accent. But I just don't think that the blue is nice. It's way nicer than these. I don't think it's quite as interesting as the orange. Maybe you could argue just because it goes with more knives than the orange does. But I think the webs are nicer. Yeah. The Nocts. The Nocts have the same problem that all of these stupid sports gloves have, which is that they just look cheap. You can't even see what the design is. They look like velvet, which just does not work in the Source engine, and I don't like these at all. I think that they are, honestly, like, if I'm being honest, I think they're like marginally better than these. I think that they're like marginally better than these, because I do think the black is still sort of cool, but I will say I own .19 Vice gloves, but I would sell them if they released a new pair of similar vibrant colors. This is how I feel about hedge maze. Like in terms of the hedge maze for me does the vibrant thing that Vice just sort of falls short on. You know what I mean? Like they go fully commit on the vibrant thing in a way that Vice just doesn't for me. Also remember that both the yellow branded and the Jade Broken Fang gloves have not been ranked yet and skipped. This is true, and I just really don't like the Operation gloves, man. They just don't work for me. I actually think that I would be willing to do this. I honestly think that I would be willing to do like this. The Jades could also go here. I think that these are a little bit cooler. I think I'd be willing to do this just because, sorry, I do want this here. Yeah, this looks good to me. I have tried them before. And I think that this is, I'm comfortable with. I think this is solid. Overtakes. I owned Overtakes for a long time. I think that they are actually a very underrated glove. I think that I would probably put them right here. I think I'd probably put them right here. I think you might find a new friend in the yellow band at 60%. I actually fucked with these gloves a little bit when they came out, and I do think they're cool. They definitely did a better job with these ones than they did the ones in the past, but it just doesn't. I just can't, man. It's the leather. It's the fingerless and the leather. And if I'm gonna go fingerless, I just want hand wraps. That's the thing. Every time I look at these gloves, I just think, what if I just wore leather hand wraps, right? Every time I look at them. Overtake, Chattering, Box Galil with some of the best combos. I had that combo. I literally had that combo. It was so sick. They are very nice. Overtakes are very, very, very nice. They're really cool. I think this is a good place to put them. Arids over Omega is based. I mean, that's just fucking facts, dude. That's just actually facts. And, like, we could fuck around and put these here. But, like, yeah, that's fine. The order doesn't change. So, like, if we want to appease the crybabies and put it at bottom B tier, that's fine. But the order literally doesn't change, right? Yeah. Okay. It's time. I am just gonna say that there is literally... Can I just equip my gloves? No, I can't. Okay, so... There is only one S tier glove in Counter-Strike, and it's the Pandoras. It just is. I don't care how normie you think it is. I don't care how, like, basic, how, like, eye-rolly, whatever. There is only one S tier glove, and it is Pandora's. And it is for this it's the same reason that the butterfly knife is the S tier knife in Counter-Strike, is because there is genuinely nothing wrong with them. They are the closest thing that Counter-Strike has to a perfect glove. The color, the texture, the way they catch the light. We're on the white map here, but anyone who owns Pandoras will tell you that when you're standing in CT spawn on nuke and the light hits a certain way, they glow, man. They glow. They're so fucking beautiful. There is absolutely nothing at all that I would change about these gloves. They have the perfect color. The purple is sick. The texture is sick. The design on the inside, these ghosty spirits, right? I guess coming out of Pandora's box, whatever, it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with these gloves. Mine are I have a really, Zipple hooked me up with a really nice pattern, 2/8s. These are 2/8s, and everybody thinks they're midwear. Dead ass. They're 2.8s. They're not even close to 1.5s. And and the pattern index is like pattern template is sick. These are unquestionably, the way I think about Pandora's is thus. If the Vice was made to not just be the very expensive gloves by default and were made to be actually good, yes. These gloves are the best gloves in Counter-Strike. And I'm not saying that Valve won't release eventually a better pair. I'm not saying that other gloves couldn't be as great, but there is nothing that beats Pandora. And if you've never seen, it's actually worth hopping out. Actually, I won't hop on it here because I have to rank gloves after. But if you actually catch it in the light with Sapphire, the way that, in certain light, Sapphire takes on that sheen that's like almost purple, hence why the Sapphire Pandora pair is so sought after. The gloves themselves do the same thing. The gloves just sing in the light. And that's the thing I want to show too. Battle Scarred Pandoras actually not that bad. Battle Scarred is like the inside. You see the way that the inside lightens up around the palm? It's super cool. It's super cool. I will say this. I have never been huge on the Battle Scarred, but I unironically, and you'll see pros who run it, unironically think that the well-worn is a vibe. I think the well-worn Pandoras are a sweet spot. They're still quite expensive, like well-worn, but they are, in my opinion, an actual sweet spot. They still maintain that nice. The Pandoras just wear so nicely. They wear so well. Like even when they're beat to shit, like these ones, right? If I kick it up here, they still look really nice. Like this is a point. This is right. Like this is a 60%, and they still look really, 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 really nice, right? Pandoras are absolutely. It's not even a conversation. The S tier glove, for sure they are. They for sure they are. And I told you, my tier list, I only do one S tier. So that's there for me. If you want to say that the list should look like this, sure, or like this, sure. But I do my list in such a way that I only want one S tier. $2,400, quite expensive, bro. They've gone up so much. I bought mine about a year and a half ago, I think, and Jesus, bro, they are I have my Pandora's fucking stonked, like actually stonked. Anyway, that's it. That's my S tier take. I don't think it's unreasonable, and I think anyone who comes along, and I know a lot of like trusted skin collectors, like Skin Ice, who feel the same way, like. It's like saying the butterfly knife isn't the S tier knife. It's just a bad take, dude. Like I know it's boring. I know it's what everybody thinks, but like everybody thinks it for a reason. Like it's just the best glove. It's just the best knife. That's my take. I just think the Pandoras they're just perfect, man. They're so beautiful. The polygons, these are called, right? These are, in my opinion, these are the nice, yeah, polygons. In my opinion, these are the nice, this is the nice blue. I think these Motos have the right blue. I think for me, I would probably put them right adjacent to where I put the turtles. If you have a nice green, like gamma set, you want to go with the great. If you have a nice like what is it? I forget my regular phases, right? The blue the black and blue. I think that those look really nice. Yeah. The non fucking white leopard. These are just horrifying, man. I really don't like these at all. They don't go with anything worth having. I don't know. Like there's also just options where like if you wanted a rust coat or whatever, there's just so many better options in this one, right? Like there's so many like ugly combos you could do that look so much better than this. I'm going to put it here. I think these are mildly more interesting, and I think that these are a little bit worse. I feel basically the same way about these like these driver gloves, right? What are they called? I always forget. What are they called? I missed them, chat. I'm blind again, chat. The Vices aren't S tier. They look so amazing. Now, I discussed it earlier. In my opinion, the problem with the Vices is I just don't like the like charcoal accents. I just think it ruins the glove. The Hedge Maze just executes so much better on you know, like keeping it vibrant and keeping it bright, and the Vice just feels, it falls so flat sometimes. Overtake might look worse from the image, but in game it's just straight up better with the higher yellow content. I mean, the Overtake are really nice gloves. I was literally singing their praises before. I think that I used to run Overtake for like a solid year. I think these are really nice. I don't think putting them here is a bad take. I could put them. I mean, I'll be really honest, man. If you want me to rank them above the Omega, I can do that. I could put them here even. I could even put them here. How the fuck did... Hold on. This must be a mistake. Hold on. That is a mistake. That was a mistake. That's not... Yeah. I want to swap the Overtake and the Omega so bad. I don't think it's biased at all putting them above these three knives. Above the Crimson, right? Above the Crimson Kimono, Emerald, and Arid. I think that they are, the thing about leather wraps that's so sick is they go with everything, and they're so cool, and they're so simple, they're so tasteful. The thing about kimono is that, like, if I have a kimono, and I think Stewie was doing this recently, like when he was still playing CS, he was running Crimson Kimono with his Sapphire, his M9 or whatever it was, and I was like, ugh, like it looks so bad. Like, the problem with Crimson Kimonos, you just have to have a red knife, and same thing with the Emerald Web. You have to have like green, which is nice. It's a good combo. It's why they're an A tier. But I think the leather just stands a tier above. Like, it stands above these because it just goes with everything, man. Overtake goes so well with lore. Omega 2 though, yeah, it does. I remember I actually used I was thinking of getting, when I was still thinking of getting a Dragon lore. I was running Overtakes at the time. I just really don't like Omegas, man. And the problem is, you'll see I have these other ones down here. I just really don't like sports gloves that are not honestly these three, Arid, Pandoras, and Hedge Maze. I begrudgingly put Vice here. But I think these three are the best. I hate the texture on these sports gloves, Omega included. Okay, yeah. Thankfully, these sort of all come together because it's really just the same. I don't really think... Maybe these above, just because I think that the snake is cooler. Like, these... How do you feel about this? I feel very similarly about these. I feel very... Like, I just don't... The only reason the reds come about is because, like, come ahead, is because they do go nicer with certain other skins. The problem with this color is it goes with absolutely fucking nothing except a phase 3 gamma. Absolutely nothing except that. And the green ones are better because they, like, do obviously go with, like, certain green skins. But they just don't even look nice when they're in, like, higher, like lower floats. Like, they're just not even that goes to F tier. I mean, yeah, it looks like shit, right? It's so dark. It's just so, like, I think I could honestly probably even put it in F tier if I'm being completely honest. I did really like those battle scarred buckshots. I definitely like the hand wraps more. I think this is probably a good place, but they're so dark. They're so dark, and it just feels like there's no... They're just so dark. Yeah. The Scarlet Shemagh, I really don't like the texture. I do think they look better than these Charred Bloodhounds. The other good Ops glove is missing. Let's see. Which one are they? No, that's the needle point. Oh, those ones are actually... Is it missing needle point too? Or we put needle point? No, put needle point down there. Yeah, sorry, this is a mistake. Needle point should be higher than these. I actually like the needle points. I think they're actually cool. Okay. Can we talk about the stress-free TTC ad? What a fucking lie. Avoid Chez. Chez just coming in hot. How you doing, buddy? The Charred? Yeah, the all black ones with the red, right? Yeah, those ones are cool, actually. Those ones are actually cool. They're cool, but like, if you're gonna get these all blacks, I just feel like there's better options, even with the red accent. But yeah, I mean, look, man, that we can put them down like somewhere here. I know I'm being a dick about the operation gloves, but I just really feel like I think this is an okay place for them. I don't know if I like them better than Amphibious or worse. I think they're very neck and neck for me. I sort of hate them for very similar reasons, and I don't really know which one I prefer. Maybe this one slightly edges out this one because I just think these look like shit. But I think that this probably goes with more knives. I actually like the needle points. Proceeds to keep them in F tier. I mean, look, man, they're fucking operation gloves. What can I say? They are cool. I mean, we could definitely do what we did with these ones and kick them up here. I actually think this is sort of yeah. Do I like them more than I like these gloves? I actually do. So yeah, let's kick them up and down. But these ones are just fucking. These ones are for the trenches, boys. Not into it. These I'm gonna put above Cobalt Skulls, and I'm gonna do just that. I think that they are. I feel very similarly about them. I do think they look better. I do actually think that they look very solid. Like nicer than the, what are they called again? The slaughter. Yeah, the slaughters are nice. I think they wear a little bit better. I like the red. But I just think that Crimson Web worse than, yeah, actually, you're right, actually. Crimson Web should go. Yeah, you're right, actually. That seems a little place. I don't like the Moguls. The Moguls really don't work for me, but I do think that these work a little bit better with Crimson Webs. And they're definitely nicer than those. No, maybe they're not, actually. And then the Nocts. It's tough, boys. It's tough. People pairing slaughters with slaughter knives is cringe, though. I mean, that's why they're in fucking B tier. Like, they're fine. These are cool with other knives. I feel like these are not as cool with other knives. That's what I'm actually. I actually want to put the leopard skin ahead of these. I think that these are actually pretty cool with other knives. The Amphibious are bad when Dimitri purposefully spends misinformation on the internet. Look, man, they're just not nice gloves. I don't know what to tell you. The colors are and the texture is just ugh. Yeah, this is a little bit hard to order, but I could maybe kick these down here and keep these, but they're nice though, man. The Badlands are nice though. They're nice though. It's tough. These ones are tough. They're tough, bro. All right. Let's get through this, boys. Okay. Here we go. Let's end on a nicer, not end, but let's pick things up a little bit, you know? So let's go sport gloves. And what are they called again? The slingshots. Slingshots are fire. They're fire, man. These gloves are very, very, very nice. If I didn't own literally just the purple version of these gloves, I would buy these gloves. If I owned any red skins at all, I would buy these gloves. If I was into rubies, I would buy these gloves. They're cool. They're very, very, very nice. I think that they are... They're definitely A tier. I'm just not sure where they go in A tier. They're nicer than the Crimsons, man. Oh, no, they're not, though. Maybe they're not, though. Maybe they're right here. Maybe they're right here. Factory new Hydras are $300. Jesus. I think that They're not as nice as the Crimson because that Crimson fade, the way it fades is very high quality. It's really lovely. I do think they might be a little bit nicer than the Emerald Webs because they're a little bit one-dimensional. I could even do this, but I'm just going to get reamed out for it. But I think this actually more accurately reflects how I feel, if I'm being completely honest. I love the Arids. I think the Arids are absolutely insane. 4 left, guys. Smokeouts. These are some good ones, too. Smokeouts are sick. That's what they're called, right? Smokeout. What the hell are these ones again? Moto. Smokeouts. Let's get a real float on these. These don't look nice when they're low float. These are nice. These are really nice gloves. I think that they would pair better with Black Lamb if they didn't have this silly blue accent, but I do think that they are quite nice. They are quite nice. In terms of where they rank, like with Motos, I don't think that they are as cool. Yeah, they're C. The Moto glove tax, bro. Fuck. They gotta be C, bro. How are they B? Like, where do they go with? They don't go with anything. They're just black, except they're not actually black, right? Like, that's the issue. Like, if you're gonna go with the black, just if you want to run a Black Lamb, just get the black ties, bro. Kenny S used to play with them in the butterfly and the vanilla butterfly. It was so fire. Yeah, I mean, I can see that actually with the silver. They're okay. I don't know. I just hate that blue accent, bro. I don't know what that blue accent is doing there, you know? And it's on the tip of the forefinger too. I think they're C. I think they're C, and that's not necessarily a knock. It's just like they're just probably here, right? Probably here. Maybe a little lower if people are gonna get really fucking fussy about the. Maybe here. If you want to go edge blacks, get some charge, you dingus. Yeah, well, that's actually fair. That's actually fair. Oh yeah, the cool mints. Okay, so this is the great example again of. I could have just realized I could have just done this way. Yeah, so this is a really good example of another awesome, super cool Moto glove that just absolutely goes with nothing. Super cool glove. Really like this glove. Goes with very little, and anything it does go with is like genuinely a stretch. It's not really, and these are just blinding in the white light. They're just not. I like. They're cool. This is the thing that sucks. I like this green. It's a lovely pattern. It's a lovely color. They're very interesting. They just don't. That orange kind of fucks it, and they just that stupid Torque logo or whatever, the Torchu logo on the, and they don't go with anything, man. That's the biggest issue. It's right here, right in the trio of Motos that don't go with anything. We only kick these ones up here because they're mostly black, and so they actually, yeah, that's it. Oh, here we go. Now I get my silly superconductor fucking. I'm gonna get absolutely reamed. All right, where are these stupid gloves? Okay, so here's the thing about superconductor, man. I don't actually hate these gloves as much as some of you might think. The only real issue with these gloves is they sort of wear weirdly. They like, right, like they just look kind of odd when they wear a certain way. I don't know. They just, yeah. Hasbulla loves superconductors. Well, shit, man, if he loves them. Look, here's the thing. I actually don't hate these gloves. I hate a lot of sport gloves. I don't actually hate these gloves. I genuinely don't hate them. I think that they are very, very cool. They're very clean. I do wish the reason I don't hate them is because you see the tops, you see the texture. It has this sort of like mushy, rubbery finish, which I really, really like, compared to the stupid other one like these. This texture is plasticky. It's cheap. It looks like hard, like glazed. Same with this stupid one that looks like you could knock at it and it would make a plastic noise. They are the Shroud gloves, David. That's why they look like the Shroud gloves. He runs the same ones. They just don't. They look better than these other ones. Like, right, these other ones that have these sort of plasticky finishes to them. It's like a middle ground between the Pandora Arid texture, that meshy texture, and that really ugly, horrific texture. They're not bad. I don't hate them at all. I think they're actually quite nice. They're not for me, because I don't like the colors that much, and I don't really think they go with anything. They just look like generic Commander Shepard fucking Mass Effect gloves. I'm not really into them. But I recognize that they are, like, you know, cool and fine, and I will gladly put them... Where do I put them, bro? They look good with vanilla knives and blue gems. Blue gems, I fucking believe that. I absolutely believe that these look really good with blue gems. I don't really think they could look good with much else, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I can see that. I can absolutely see that. I think they just go here, man. I just think they go here. If I'm being really honest, I just don't think that they look very good. I think any of these are just way more interesting. Like, I just think they're way more interesting. Any one of these 5, never mind the top row, obviously the top row, but I just think that any of these are just way more interesting. That's it. Last gloves, guys. Last gloves, and what a way to go out. The Tiger Tooth Specialist. You want to know something really fun, chat? You want to know something really fun? I've told you countless times today how much I fucking hate Specialist gloves. I think these gloves are so fucking cool. I think they are actually the only Specialist gloves, aside from the fades, they are the only Specialist gloves that I actually think are really cool. My wife's in the chat here saying, I remember when you promised you wouldn't talk about gloves for 3 hours, and how you know, this is even longer. Okay, to be fair, this is longer than the knife list because there are like twice as many gloves to rank as knives, to be fair. Because we're doing every individual like knife, or every individual glove, right? We're not just doing like, you know, generic categories. These gloves are very, very, very cool. I think Tiger Strike are extremely cool. They don't go with a whole lot, but they do that same thing that the kimonos and the webs do, which is they go really well with the things they go well with. Like if you get a lore, if you get obviously a tiger tooth, they do look really cool. They do genuinely look quite sick. And for some reason, that sort of plasticky look that they have on the top just works for me. I don't know why. It just does. It just works for me. I think the orange is pretty sick. I like that like ivory sort of like, you know, inlay on the hand, the brown, the inside, the white fingertips. They just look very cool to me. They look really cool to me. I think they're very nice. I'm going to put them in A tier. And I think that I would put them... Oh, that's tough. I think these have to go ahead of kimonos, and I think the kimonos can go ahead of these. I don't know, chat. Maybe this is a tough one. They're very cool. For what they are, considering they're fucking specialist gloves, they're very cool. They are very cool, I have to say. I could probably make, so here's the thing. I want to make this proviso at the end because we've actually been doing this for 3 hours. I want to make this proviso at the end. With the knife stream, I straight up said, this is the list. Like, this is it. You know, I could make a change here or there, but I'm convinced. And I have not wanted to make a single change to that list. That knife list, I've spent a lot of time thinking about that and breaking it. The glove list is obviously a lot larger. You know, could we order some stuff around in B and C tier? Yeah, we could, for sure. If I sat here for another hour, I'm sure that I could, you know, move things around a little bit further. But I think that for the most part, I think this list feels movable. It does. It feels movable. I'm sure that I could move stuff around, especially down into the mid tiers. But like here, and like I would honestly even say here all the way to about here, I feel really confident with. Like this, I feel really good about. When you get down into this stuff, like yeah, you could obviously move stuff around, but the sort of hot takes that everyone's gonna want ordered, I feel very strong about these. Unpopular opinion, but I think it's better to use default skins with agent skins that modify the sleeves, because you want something decent, you also need weapon skins to make the gloves stand out. Yeah, it's true. That's true, man. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about CSGO skins, right? Is there's like no end to the creativity. Well, chat, that's it. I'm saying, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm issuing a proviso on this one. This list is movable. This list is movable. This is not like, don't hold me to this, because like I had to do it in 3 hours straight and I had to just like commit. Yeah. The knife one, I was way more like line in the sand. It was way more like, nope, this is the list. And I told you, people reached out to me afterwards and they were just like, this is a really good list. But this list could be moved. This list for sure can be moved. There's just so many gloves to rank, right? It's like so many more than the knives. So it's tricky. But this is, as Fertolino just said, this is a foundation, not a building. Yes. But the cornerstones of said building, I feel very good about. I feel these 5, 6 even, I'm not going to change my mind. So, yeah. That's it, chat. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sitting here, for anyone who was actually here for 3 hours watching me talk about fucking gloves. Shout out to the homies. Shout out to Fertolino. Shout out to my mod, my wife. If you were to rank only the base models, would the sport be the best? That's a great question. Yes, it would. We can milk this for more streams, so that's cool. Yes, we can. That's the idea. Yeah, if I ranked by genre of glove or whatever, I would put sport number 1. I'd probably put hand wrap number 2. Yeah, well, chat, that is it. Thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate it. I will be streaming again next week. We may have another tier list. People are begging for me to do ops and AKs. And we have a lot of other fun too. I promise it's not just going to be CSGO skins. Like, I have a lot of fun stuff I want to do. I really want to do games. Like, I want to do, like, people have been asking me for, a long time to do like FPS games, like to rank competitive shooters. We can also do esports stuff too. Majors, like the best CS:GO major tier list, plays, stuff like that. Major, like, so yeah. There's a lot of fun stuff I think we can do. People seem to really love this. We're running with these tier lists, and just vibing out and spicing up some takes. So yeah. Thank you very much for tuning in, chat. FD12, hi Dimitri, hi buddy. See you around, lads. We shall resurface in the next tier list. Absolutely. We'll fight to the death for Mortis and Phantom Disruptor. I'm gonna have to fight pretty hard for fucking Mortis. Decent list, 93% grade. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Walter. Bloodsport tier A. My financial decisions can rest in peace now. I've only been here for an hour and a half, but it was still enjoyable. Thank you, Dimitri. Have a nice day. Have a really nice day, D. Right? You trolled your tier list, but still entertaining. Good night, bro. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. I've been watching your videos since I was 9. I'm 16. My goodness. Not time to watch some Elisa. Well, thank you for tuning in, chat. I appreciate it, and I mean it. This list, it can move. We'll keep it malleable. We'll keep it soft. This one's not as definitive as I think the knife one was. I feel very strongly about that knife one. I will go to the fucking depths of hell to fight for that list. But for this one, I definitely don't have as strong of opinions for the whole thing. So, we can move stuff around. But, oh, Nobu, that's really kind of you to say. Thank you, man. So, such a pleasure to have you here. No, you're very welcome, truly. I will be streaming next week, probably Wednesday. We'll see though. And thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. And now I'm just going to have a fun. Brother in gloves. Have fun, buddy. Thank you for being here for the whole time. It was really cool. It was Joe, you're tearing up. Well, man, I'm gonna tear up if we don't stop. See you, buddy. Tune in next week. And yeah, have a good one. See you guys.